These podcasts are completely uncensored, completely out of control, and completely unformatted. There's your warning. These podcasts are sponsored by Yak Attack at yakattack.us. What Yak Attack is the leader in the kayak fishing industry who specializes in kayak fishing rigging solutions. As kayak anglers themselves, they are tightly integrated into kayak fishing community and are acutely aware of what the sport needs. It all starts off with the gear track and or the Mighty Mount. The gear track comes in all different sizes and colors, and the screwball that attaches to the gear track allows everything to attach to it. So what that is a variety of rod holders and camera mounts for your still cameras and your GoPros. Your light poles with the day flags that folds into the flag. Your fish finder mounts, and your black pack crate system. All of Yak Attack's products are made in the USA. The rod holder that is standard in all my kayaks with Yak Attack is the Zuka Tube rod holder. This rod holder easily locks in either a spinning rod on one side or a bait caster on the other. You can flip it around, lock a bait caster in with the trigger grip, or flip around the other side and have a spinning rod in. It's open all the way through, so it can also double as an anchor point for your parking pole or your stakeout pole. Just position it over the side of the kayak and anchor with your parking pole. Definitely my favorite rod holder, the Zuka Tube from Yak Attack. This podcast is also sponsored by my DVDs at kayakkevin.com, the Kayak Fishing in Chesapeake Bay series, and the Bay Tour DVD. The fishing DVDs are broken up into a trilogy. Number 1 is an intro into the fishery, has a full year's worth of footage from more of the larger fish targets of the lower Chesapeake Bay. The instructional sequels are broken up into 2 parts, the warm water and the cold water species. Number 2 is the warm water species with detailed instruction on the rigs and the fishery itself, spanning from the red drum at the shoals, flounder and the summer species at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and sight casting, the red drum and striper. Number 3 has a detailed instruction about the cold water species, the tautog and the eastern shore striper fishery. The Chesapeake Bay Tour DVD is a 6-week, 600-mile tour I did around the Chesapeake Bay in 2010, kind of filmed in a Survivor Man style, showing everything I do and look for when I'm on a long-distance tour. All of these DVDs are available at kayakkevin.com. It's kayakkevin.com and Yak Attack at yakattack.us.
Are we even in the screen?
Yeah.
I'm ready to talk shit. Fuck Messini.
We are rolling.
Yeah. Messini. Oh, fuck. I mean, he did catch a 19-inch trout.
Yeah.
Consistent with the 19-inch trout.
Huh?
Consistent with the 19-inch trout.
Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal.
Alright, podcast number 90, August 19, 2016. We got Willyrags, we got Tex, and we got Lee. And, woo! Alright.
Said Tex 90?
Huh? 90.
Podcast 90?
Number 90.
You said we were gonna make it to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it to 100 before I leave on the tour, definitely. We'll make it soon. We'll probably make it by the end of the year, maybe. Probably get 10 more in before then.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because 2-3 a month, and pretty soon it's probably going to be like 3-4 a month.
Yeah, once it gets starting to cool down, yeah. Yep.
I'm ready for that time.
Cold?
I'm talking about the fall when we're actually in here talking about the
Reds.
Reds.
Yeah. Well, oh shit, I can go over this with you right now then. I'm going to do a video on the Reds.
Yeah.
On the Reds on so like, I'm going to start filming whenever I can get out there, like this week, next week. And I already got an idea of what footage I'm going to use to put together, but I've kind of written the outline. And to just let me see if I have anything, if I'm missing anything. And viewers too, can know me on this. So of course, what, when, where, how. What, the Reds follow the croaker in the spot. On the way out, they hunt the CBT. When, September, beginning of fall, with temperatures are just starting to fall.
This is the first weekend that you're getting ready to start seeing that. Today, by 5 o'clock today, it was like 76 degrees outside with the cloud cover.
Exactly. Yeah, it was nice. It was actually not.
Yeah, it was nice outside. It was 76
sweaty,
degrees outside.
So that's starting to come down. So yeah, when, where, the entire Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, starting off the drop-off at Small Boat Channel, through the drop-off midway, up to the bowl in the southeast corner of the first island.
Every fucking pilot.
It is,
from,
yeah, it's
dude,
just-
But when I'm going to show the chart,
yeah, dude, there's so much bottom contour.
You see the little stops.
And then you got to remember that every one of those pilings has rocks and everything at the bottom of it, and these things love to eat crabs and small bait fish that just hang around these rocks all year long. So the entire bridge is a good. Get out. You want 10, 15 feet of water.
Yeah, yes.
Like, although none of us have ever fished really close, but nobody catches these big giant drum off the beach there.
Right.
So
yeah, but last year there's
dude,
a good
dude,
run
on one of those northeast
really
on
close.
Chicks Beach.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They were catching them off the side of fucking Lynn Haven Pier.
Right.
Also, what I'm thinking then is like if you can stand to go down there and throw your heaver out when it's blowing northeast. You can probably catch them from the beach there.
Right.
You can
On
probably
Lynn
catch them on the Lynn Haven side. Yeah, fuck
when the
yeah.
shoal comes down, it gets tight.
Yeah. We're pretty near close to the bridge.
4-story.
Yeah, right over
But
Old
you
Duck
can't
Inn.
just drive down on 4-story and fish anymore.
Oh.
You have to have base access.
But like Duck Inn.
Oh, you can't walk.
You're not like we used to be able to just go
walk
fish
down.
wherever the fuck
Yeah.
you wanted,
Yeah.
man. No.
Yeah.
Since the
You can go to
Yeah.
First Landing, but you can't go to like the point where the base is,
Right.
where like
That's what I'm saying. First landing.
Okay, the First Landing,
Where-
yes, you can go to.
But you can't go to where the actual edge is because
No, because that's where the lighthouse is
right,
and everything. Yeah, that's
yeah,
the base.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just drive down there anymore.
Talking about Lynn Haven, they have caught one. And when I was working at the tackle shop, when we first started finding it, the second year after we started getting a beat on them, they saw them right there inside Lynn Haven on the Duck Inn side.
Yeah.
And one guy caught one there, and it was.
They whacked them off the side of the Lynn Haven Pier last fall.
Right.
The sides, not fishing off the end like drum fishermen do.
One night, I remember
they were catching them off the sides. They'd catch 10 or 15 a day.
In the fall, you got the Lesnar too, and Lesnar always holds yearlings at least.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen, man, I was small. I was not small. I never saltwater fished. I was down there crabbing. Mm-hmm. Growing up, all I ever did was croaker fish.
Yeah.
Twice a summer
Same.
with my granddad, on the head boat. And then I bass fished with my dad's bass boat. We fished all the time. The only saltwater I had was that. And other than that, we went crabbing a few times down at Lesnar. And I was down there one day, man, and I was probably mid-upper teens. And this dude Rod just bounces down, and Zach reels it in because the dude's like pulling in his crab lines and everything. This is Asian dude, you know what I mean? The guy's like, get it! Zach reels in his big flounder, we don't even, 18 inches, 19 inches, something like that. Cooler. Right down the beach from us just then, something was going on with the tide because all of a sudden people were getting bites.
Right.
But this dude catches a drum that's like, I estimated at 15 to 20 pounds when I was like mid-teens, you know what I mean? Like I was like, that's 15, 20 pound fish, So I'm thinking a yearling caught right there in the channel on a piece of cut crab he was fishing with, and I still remember that to this day.
Yeah.
And then the next time I saw a big drum, I was hooked, and that's when I started
Off the
drum
pier,
fishing
yeah.
off the pier. Yeah, dude, that day I showed up and I saw that dude catch that fish, and I was like,
Do
I
it.
just looked at it and I pointed at it and I was like, that's me. That's me right there. You know what I mean? Like, I have never seen no shit like this before. That's me.
Yeah.
Because the one 15, 20 pounder I saw did not compare to this fucking drum. This dude. I mean, that dude was like a 46, 47 incher.
Yeah.
Citation fish, big, fucking heavy drum fall, like
Fall drum.
mid-September, late September. Like, oh yeah, dude, I was hooked instantly.
So
I looked, I was like, next year I'll be rigged up, and that's what I will catch that next year. I caught 9.
Yeah.
2 different days I caught 3 of them.
Nice.
The first day I caught one, I caught 3. And I broke one off the very first cast in the morning, got a bite, and broke off at my shock knot, and that's when one of the old guys taught me different knots.
Uh-huh.
And I cast it back out, and I caught one, and then I caught 2 more during the day.
Nice.
So I could have had 4, but mine was not out. I had erred in my ways. Those guys, the older guys that fish Sandbridge Pier, and some of them don't even fish out there anymore from when I fished. It's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
These are guys that had retired and could fish in the morning every morning. And they could teach you anything you needed to know, man. I showed up knowing nothing. I didn't have any of the fucking drag washers in my reel for casting.
Right.
My shit was just I blew up twice in a row, and they're like, they could tell because I had like this factory rod. They could tell they're like, what's you put any of those washers? I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, well, these dudes take my reel and take it apart. This is Bill Kennedy, Angel Villapando, Slack, those guys. Angel. Yeah. We fished Angel, and we probably run into Bill buying stuff at the tackle shop at the ocean front on the way to Rudy before, because Bill worked there. So I probably introduced you to him before, but and that's his father-in-law. But yeah, man, they took my reel and took the side plate off of it and put washers in it. And my next cast, I had a bait in the water. You know what I mean? And it was just learning from then on. I mean, I showed up every day in the morning to try and catch a fish. I was there when the first one got caught, and I got one of the first runs and missed it first thing in the morning. And then Mike Adams misses a fish, and this other guy, I can't even remember his name, a bigger guy, gets a run and hooks up and catches the first drum, and me and Mike Adams and this guy are sitting there like, damn, we should have had 3. all 3 of those fish were drum. And it was the hurricane was supposed to hit the day before, and it didn't. So we go to the pier the next day, and there's like just the 3 of us show up in the morning, and the waves are big, but the wind's not blowing that bad. Just big waves, man. Dude, and he caught one. It was only one. Only one got caught, but in that time before the sun came up, there were 3 bites. It might have been the same fish picking at bait. Who knows? But
on that, and what was cool, what I got out of this last part of the story was you were making an effort to be there, and those guys helped you out. And that's you know how we get text messages all the time. Can you tell me? You know,
but we see the same people going out there all the
when
time.
the Moken man.
That's when you
You eventually start talking to that guy, dude. You see him every fucking day. You're like, dude, I'm just gonna like. There's no reason to not talk to this guy anymore. He's not going anywhere. He's like doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to learn, and he's not coming up to you and bothering and begging you. We literally approached and talked to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Another kid last year, Tyler Wallace.
Right.
I saw him slaying sheep's head last year. Then he's out
his
there.
wife, which is the
him and his girlfriend.
And their boats are piling boats. Have you seen their boats are fucking shredded? I was like, they came into the shop and I had to move and I was like,
oh yeah, you said
piling. I didn't recognize them until I saw their boats. I was like, oh, I know who they are.
Yeah.
These are piling fish. Yeah. Remember, you gotta watch the 2 conversations, y'all, Lee.
Yeah. No, and then I saw it in, like, he sent me a friend request on Facebook because, you know, I'm out there, I do my own thing.
Yeah.
And then I see, and I was like, oh, I know this guy. I'm looking, and he's got pictures of paper sheepies.
Yeah.
And I was like, good for him.
Putting a hurting on him.
And then see him out there, and I paddle past him. I see him hook up with drum, and I was like, fuck yeah. It's the people that are out there willing to go and put the time, effort. And I mean, there's a financial aspect to it too.
So I said today, a guy was asking me about the shore, and I was like, I told him where Mockhorn Island's where you can camp. Yeah. And as far as I can tell you about what's going on over there. And he says, yeah, I respect that. You spend a lot of time and your time over there. I was like, a lot of time and toll money.
Yeah. So, but I mean, even the bridge, you know, the bridge isn't all that expensive for us, but there's money that goes into that.
And Tom, it's in,
you know, if you're fishing gulp, I'm telling
you're gonna run through them too.
You're gonna spend
all time.
I was doing my what do I have from last year? Okay, I have 3 packs of this, and okay, this will last maybe 2 weeks. You know, right? You know, if they don't get bit by croakers,
it's gonna happen. They're gonna tear them up. I'm gonna try the live bait thing this year, though.
That's why as soon as you get bit, catch those.
Yes,
there's a pocket of them. Catch, and you make, I don't know what live wire or whatever. I just get a hand bucket or something. You can keep about 2 or 3 in the bait bucket, I think, and that's all you need. And for me, the second, I'm gonna go over that too, but the second bait, like especially at the island, is more of a relaxing. I can eat lunch and have a bait in the water. You know. Because I still don't really try to fish with 2 rods out there. So you can, but it's like, and I cover that because it's just, it's vertical. It's not like when you're in the shallow
especially
water.
Deep water, 2 hooked up. You got to loosen the drag on one of them.
Yeah.
You know, not that you can lose the fish, and then the fish can swim and get slack line, but you can't keep her double down in deep water.
And also, it's a thing. You know, you're talking about vertical distance rather than just horizontal distance. You have a fish going this way, and you have this fish going this way. And if he comes back, he still might. You have a horizontal plane. It's not 3-dimensional, right? In that sense. But you have that depth, and you have one. You know, from the surface, a couple inches means a couple feet down here. And that could be in your line or in somebody else's line really quick. So that's why, I'm going to talk about.
It could also mean I'm pulling this fish this way off this corner and this fish this way, and then this one spins this way, and now it's a lot of trouble because you have 2 fish pulling you off this
straight.
Straight in 25 feet of water, that's not fun.
At 5, it's dealable.
No, 5 foot. There's straight line.
Yeah.
They have
Down
to take
this-
line. The ride
no
is
go.
just too much. The angle is too much. It just it goes out.
And we're getting considerably heavier fish.
These
too.
fish are big as
Yeah, this time of year.
Have you seen the shark bites? Somebody posted a shark bite from last year, and then somebody posted one from
You showed me them
yesterday.
last
That was
night,
at-
like bit in half.
Right, that was
Yeah.
Dude, Point Comfort.
Keeper.
You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Keeper,
Dude,
yeah. It
So
turned into
about
a
this
keeper.
time 2 years ago, Jay, Damien, and I were coming in from the ocean, Spanish and cobia fishing, and we were coming around really close to Cape Henry because the water was calm, and it's cool as shit to go really close to the beach there. It's deep, so you can just you see, like, I always like the big dead, and I see it. I'm like, the big dead. What the fuck? What is the big dead? You know, you can see it floating on top.
Oh, yeah.
We cruise up, and it's like what's left is like 6 or 7 foot of a sturgeon,
Wow.
with a one solid
Bite.
bite coming from the tail.
It's a big shark.
That's not how a big shark would have attacked that thing if it was live and living. So
Oh, right.
this thing was crippled, dead. It was gonna die. It got hit by something or something. But this thing had a shark bite that was this fucking thing, it probably weighed 200 more pounds, what was left of it. It was fucking big.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like it wasn't like swollen, decomposed. It was just fucking big. This was a big sturgeon, man, and it was dying of, assumably, old age, man. At that point, it's that fucking big. What else you can, if you get hit by a ship and you lived 100 years, whatever. You still died of old age.
Still died of old age.
Right, you were only gonna live to 102. You got lucky.
Oh God, really?
But anyway, like, yeah, this thing is like, Jay and Damien and I pull up on that thing in the boat, and we're just like impressed at the bite that came out of this thing. And since then, we've seen Harry's drum.
Yeah.
And
This was at New Point Comfort, so that one's
there's-
available. So that also that means
sand
there's something to get in the
tigers.
shallow, working away.
Yeah, these sand tigers are aggressive
Well, in that
sharks.
big-
And if they're, I don't think that the sand tigers are hanging around the drum waiting for one of them to get fucked up. But if he happens to be in the area and he can get there in time,
And see the struggling drum.
but
caught that?
if it's 28 inches though,
Who
or
caught
26
that?
inches,
Right. Yeah. Is it
Keeper.
legal?
It's a keeper.
is it legal though?
Right.
Hey, so who caught that big
You
dusky
can't.
last year? It was like a 14-foot dusky caught it, I think, the
You're
third.
not gonna catch a 14.
It was Bergan. Bergan.
It was.
I don't think dusky sharks get 14 foot.
Yeah,
I mean, I can look it up, but I don't
I'm
think
pretty
dusky
sure it's a
sharks-
dusky, man.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. But 14 foot sounds really,
Regardless
really
of the
big, and there are
14-foot
very
shark.
few sharks that get really,
Might have
really,
said
really
Or 12.
big.
He's
It
a
was
big
12
one.
or 14, and it was last year at the third.
Yeah, and he told me that when he came to the first and saw me fishing, was like, "Yeah, I just caught a big shark." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm seeing the
Yeah.
shark, recognizing the bites now." All right, so I think it's so. The next one would be right how on current changes.
The
That's
recorded, the
typical
maximum recorded length is 14 foot.
of a-
So we're talking about like a world record dusky.
right.
So I'm thinking 14 foot is probably an exaggeration.
It was
12.
Right, 10.
It's a big shark.
10-foot sharks are big as
Yeah.
fuck. I caught a bull shark on the eastern shore that was probably 250 pounds, man. We didn't even fucking measure it. I know it was a release. I didn't register the citation. I don't know why.
That's
but
7-8 foot.
dude, it was goddamn giant, but it was it was this fucking big at the head. I
Yeah.
mean, like, and it was directly into the sun, and it came up and made an awesome splash, and we thought, a big tarpon that's not jumping. And
Right.
so we chased this thing around the motherfucking marsh for like,
Was this on the boat?
yeah,
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Before you
And pull it up next to the boat, and Blake sees that it's the shark, and Rick's like, I'm gonna take some picture, and Blake's like, fuck that thing, and throws it in reverse.
He was so
The
mad.
dude in front of us had just caught a tarpon.
Right.
We watched it jump and then the rod slams down, and we're looking into the sun and can't see what this giant splash is. So we're thinking big tarpon,
Totally,
Yeah.
and it pulls you around the marsh like fast and can turn. It was a big. If it wasn't a bull shark, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? It was like blunt nosed. It was just fucking giant, dude.
Probably a bull.
And it was this fucking wide. Like this fucking wide. Holy shit. Like as big as the one Zach caught, as wide as the one Zach had that day.
Yeah.
Zach had a really wide and not super long shark. There's no telling what the fuck Zach had up there.
Yeah, because it was a
big shark, and that was like the big torpedo-shaped size sharks. I mean, that could have been an oceanic tiger shark or something.
Right.
It was like one of those torpedo-shaped giant sharks.
Yeah. That's what I saw at that time that made me sit down. Just
Yeah,
it was that big head. You know, it was all like when it came
tiger,
to the
great
gills,
white,
just wide.
that
God.
type of ocean fucking killing machine.
I was out there the other day and
Dude,
take a break.
There's way more white sharks around here than you would think.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm just like eating lunch or whatever, and I know you might be coming, right? So I'm like, it was kind of slim picking. I just caught two, and I was just like, yeah, should I text, let them know what's going on? It's kind of slow. I think you weren't coming. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then I turn around and just bump my boat, and boil happens underneath you. I'm like, I don't know. I never saw it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, I have my foot in the water just now too. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, but
I'm rubbing my shark scale, my red scale. Jeez.
you know that
It
was
could have been a
like
big raid.
Yeah. I saw a big red bridge, really big red, like size of car hood. Yeah, that you fought today. And I thought it was a cobia at first, and I was like, so I got excited at the same time. Then I was like, oh shit, that's a ray, and his fucking wings come up. I see him. I was like, okay, let you go on by your business. I've never seen so many menhaden at the bridge, and everything's over there eating. I just knew I was going to see a million cobia because of all the bait that I saw.
Right.
Yeah.
that was like Louisiana too. I mean, when you caught that bass and that gator was there, I'll tell you, maybe I'm just reckless, but last year when I went down, I was like,
Feet all.
you know what? No, my feet were in the water. I'm just like,
Fucking
you know what? Fuck it. I get bit,
It's
man.
probably below the knee.
I
mean, it's
know,
still walkable.
it's still
injury.
walkable.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
yeah. It's
I
like,
thought about that too because I had all those thoughts around my life.
No.
Take this one because this one my Achilles is fucked up. Take this one,
not the other
This one's already kind of jacked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's paying my ass right now. If you just kind of nub it off, right, you know, rub up the ankle, I'm like, all right.
it's not going to be a big issue.
And I can tourniquet real good there. I won't bleed to death. I can make it home.
You know, get some medical attention.
See, that's why you don't want a
Be a
Hobie.
pig.
That's why you don't want a Hobie.
I saw a
You're like-
picture of a shark that's bit onto the Hobie fins. So now
Really?
Hobies attract sharks.
Yeah.
he said he was stuck. He couldn't get it ready. So he picked it up, and there's a little shark stuck into the rubber. Like a little shark. There's a picture of it through the hole. And he's like, oh, teeth.
That is awesome.
The Mexican or the Irishman? What you got? The Mexican or the Irishman?
Oh, we're going to talk about that?
yeah,
you know,
Al was
question
talking about it. Yeah, we got.
I don't know,
talk about
man.
that.
The Mexican. The
Right,
Mexican.
dude. I think
I
that
am
with
with
that
the
much
Mexican,
that much time to prepare,
Have we seen the press
I mean,
conference?
I see him
Yeah,
get.
the press conference, they were throwing water bottles and
Saw
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
Saw that.
that's
That's important.
stuff.
That's important to my points.
Yeah.
But
They
that's
tried to say it
also
was all for
something.
tickets.
That's
Yeah.
also something
Yeah,
that
I think
Diaz
those
is
dudes
used
really hate
to
each other.
and promotes.
Yeah.
Diaz is
Anarchy.
used to that, and he promotes that, and it's not something that Connor does all the time. Connor's a professional, and he went to that level.
Showed up late.
Dude.
And shit to his
wait,
press
wait,
conference.
he-
I didn't professional.
All right, let him go.
I'm balls deep, man. I'm balls deep in this shit. Okay, the whole thing was at this point, Connor needs to come into this game not getting played into Diaz.
Yeah.
Diaz is underneath that fucker's skin, and when Diaz started that thing, Diaz walked off. He does that. He does that in interviews and walks off. It's a disrespect. He completely disrespects.
doesn't give a
him.
fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck.
McGregor talking like shit though.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Connor
matter.
needs the same attitude he had last time.
Connor should go the opposite way and really actually be almost like Nick was with Anderson Silva. Not say a fucking word until you get in there, and not say a fucking word. This one's already hyped enough. You don't need all that shit.
Yeah.
So Diaz walks off, and Diaz is just like, "Oh fuck you," and Connor was like trying to joke on his game.
Yeah.
And then he loses it.
Yeah.
Then he goes, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
And
Fucking Irish man.
That's where he lost his cool.
Yeah.
He got emotionally compromised, and in this fight, this what happened to him the first time. He got emotionally compromised.
He
because
didn't
the
like get
swinging
punched in the face
fucking-
and
the
motherfucker
second-
taunting him.
Yeah.
The second to the first, the
He's
second
good
to
at
the
that
weight, the pre-conference or weigh-in, Connor slapped his hand. That's when I was like,
Yeah.
There's because I was like, look, Connor's gonna pick on Bar. I was kind of on Connor's side that time.
Yeah.
And I was like, uh-oh, that's something that's never seen before. We've never seen Connor freak out like that. And then at the weigh-in, he flinched. I was like, oh fuck, Diaz is gonna fuck him up. I was like, hands down, here's my bet. Wham, my bet right there. Gone. Yeah. And I said, he's gonna submit him. I even said he's gonna submit him.
Yeah.
He's gonna submit him. It's done. And it happened. Now this time I was like, okay, Connor's gotta come in.
A couple more punches and he would have fucking knocked him out.
Yeah. And that's why he did it.
Connor went for the
lucky
Diaz went for the choke and gave him a chance to
Connor
quit.
went for the takedown. Connor went for the takedown. And Diaz goes, oh, we're a wrestler now?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
So
he got it out of the... So took
Connor,
one good punch across the face.
It just had to lift his head up.
Yep.
Just had to lift his head up.
You got him.
So
Jiu-jitsu.
Connor this whole time really should be like, really cool. He should have came in as cool because with Diaz, you're gonna take damage. If you don't stop him, or if it doesn't get stopped, if Diaz doesn't stop you, or if it doesn't stop, he usually loses a decision.
Yeah.
He'll go to a decision. So this has to go to a decision in order. This has to go to a decision in order for Connor to win. I don't think Connor's going to win on a finish.
No.
Diaz will, and probably got him out at fourth.
Connor. The only thing is Connor hit him really
I think so
hard.
too, but I'm giving it.
Connor hit him really hard a few times last time, and he's prepared for. I mean, I think Diaz is gonna fuck him up.
Diaz had to use that first round to warm up.
Diaz can get caught because Connor hit him a bunch of times really hard, and he's been training at this weight this time.
Diaz has only been knocked out by Josh Thompson with a kick.
Right.
That's it. He's been finished. But yeah. Josh Thompson's got
a hard hit.
Yeah.
And he gets beat up by Joe Schilling every day.
I worked at the bar.
He's
The
got a
bar I
very
worked at
hard
growing up,
fucking
I worked with a guy that boxed like semi-professionally for a little bit. I mean, he had cop jobs and other stuff, but he was a boxer, and he was like, dude, you want to fight Mexicans, man. He's like, you want to fight a white dude or a black dude because they'll quit. He's like, these fucking Mexicans, he's like, it doesn't matter. You can beat the shit out of them for 10 rounds.
Yeah.
And you know you're going to win, but you still have to beat this motherfucker up for 10 rounds because he doesn't quit. He won't quit.
What's
and that's
amazing
what
about
the Diaz brothers are just. They're fucking.
What's amazing
thugs
is
from the street, man.
The moment on that fight, the moment that 1-2 he hit, he connected, but it didn't stun Connor. 2 seconds later, he did it again. 1-2, and that was the one that set Connor down.
He realized he knew he could hit it every time.
Dude, everything shifted, man. And Diaz does not let that go. Diaz smells that little bit of like a feint. Oh shit! And he starts turning up. He's turning up. He's turning up. And he's not wailing on you.
Yeah.
He's tapping. He's going 40, 70, 70, 80, 40, get to the fence. 40, just punching in the face and just grinding on you until he gets us. He won't let up once that happens, and that's it. And all it takes is that one punch, and Diaz went, oh yeah!
Whenever Connor hit him, you could tell that Joe Rogan was like waiting for Diaz to react. Like you could tell that he thought Connor hit him like hard. And
they were, but
Diaz was just like coming with it. And just
but there was
and then that left,
solid.
and then the left was fucking there every time.
Yep. Started getting that time. The first round was
it's that fight. The striking is close. The striking's comparable. And Connor, I saw someone, they said this on one of the MMA forums today, and it's so true. You cannot become a black belt in 3 months.
Right.
And no matter what Connor does, he will not have the ground game.
No, he shouldn't go there. What he should do in this fight, and I think he's already lost it, is he should be in and out pointing, and win on a decision.
Yeah.
And that's the only way. And now the thing is, it's good that he's fighting 170, because if he loses this and that's ended, he still is at 155.
Yep. Still got the
belt. But if it went down to 155, then it would be, now he lost his first fight at 155. So that would have been, so it's good business for him to do at 170.
It's good for everybody.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I mean, a year ago, when on the post on our fight page, I wrote, man, it was just blow me away that I'm watching this. I'm so excited about it, because a year ago, these two weren't nothing for each other.
Yep.
They weren't, and now it's one of the biggest rivalries in the sport. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
Tom Mascot's mad because we talk about fighting all the time.
And movies.
Dude, I saw Sausage Party.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my fucking god.
It's funny.
Well, talking about
I saw
sausage,
I
It's the
saw.
dumbest shit. It's the funniest shit. Oh my god.
You gotta see Bad Moms.
From the start, dude.
Bad Moms is
From the
fucking
start, dude. I recommend it. If you like stupid comedy,
Oh yeah.
go for it. You gotta see it.
Even in the commercials, you can see.
Yeah.
Because
I know what. I already know.
These
what
are
it is.
fucking groceries, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just that
they
word was
ain't
like,
Pineapple
yeah,
Express.
Right.
I gotta see that shit. I heard about people taking their kids to go see it.
No.
Yeah, when I was at seeing Bad Moms, they were talking about the shit like they
not show
complain
up
to the
To Sausage Party
But
with
I'm
your
like,
children.
it's rated R.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck the movie is
cartoon.
called. I walked up and asked the dude for a ticket to Sausage Fest. And Maggie just starts laughing behind me. I don't watch TV. I don't know. Fuck Maggie Sausage Party.
Fest.
I'm like, I need 2 tickets to the sausage. Dude just started laughing. Maggie's laughing behind me. It's like, what? I don't know, man.
have you seen Suicide Squad?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it.
I need to
seen
see
it.
that.
Yeah.
The only person I saw who
Surprised.
didn't
I'm
like it was
surprised.
Kevin, my fighter buddy, but he was cutting weight that week, so I'm gonna give it that. He's like, oh, cutting weight.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. I keep seeing like the actual critics say it sucks.
I heard
But when you
the
actually
beginning and the end really good.
Shit.
No, but I've heard beginning and end's really good. Middle, the plot it's filler.
they probably have said they might drag it out because the Suicide Squad really wasn't that big of a
I never even heard of
deal. You know what I mean? Like
I don't watch. I mean, I didn't know.
it was Harley Quinn and the Joker. Might have had a little something with
Just a spin-off.
Destro or whatever, but yeah, I don't. The other guys, I'm like, you gotta refresh my memory. Who the hell is that? Like, I
just kind of brought him out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I know Harley Quinn. I know the Joker, and I still like the whole redo of the Joker. They're trying to say that he's as good, or I won't say better, but as good as Ledger's Joker. And I'm like, I gotta see it first. There's no way possible that I can see anybody doing anything better than he's Joker.
You're right. It was groundbreaking.
It was.
It was shocking. It scared you.
Yeah,
And you knew
like
it
this
was
is
a movie.
Heath Ledger.
This is
not even the guy. The night.
The character itself is frightening. Man.
When a motherfucker kills himself because of his fucking character.
Exactly.
he plays. I mean, dude,
Well, we don't know if that was.
Yeah, that was the whole case, but he was very.
Pills, man.
He was
Pills
mentally. Mentally exhausted from playing the Joker.
Yeah.
From what they say, he was very mentally exhausted. You think about that, you got to wake up,
Or
get your shit together.
Is he one of those that never leaves character?
Probably doesn't. I don't
That
see him
type of
leaving his
character, you
character.
kinda-
Yeah.
I mean, you would have to
You
stay
have
there.
to stay like
Yeah.
that. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to be a psychopath for however it takes 2-3 years to
dude,
film
the
movies like
Joker
that.
was
Come
not
on.
a psychopath, man.
He was a genius, but he was a psychopath.
the
He was a
Joker.
genius.
The Joker was a realist in its purest form. No, he was a realist.
Right.
This
right.
is the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna feed off. This is the way it is.
When he was talking about talking to Two-Face on the hospital bed and talking about a truck gets blown up in Iraq or whatever, nobody says anything, but or a gangbanger gets shot, but one little mayor gets threatened to get everybody loses their fucking mind, and he said, throw in a little anarchy, put the bullet in the gun, and was like, put it to his own head, then then people care. I was like, okay, there'll never be another performance.
No.
Ever. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, just everything. His body language. When he, like the whole scene when he walks out of the hospital.
Oh yeah,
Just the way he's standing. It's just weird. It's just so. He's hilarious.
Then he takes off running. Yeah, I want to watch that tonight now. That was my shit, man. I love The Dark Knight. Yeah.
Oh, we can go back
Fish.
we can go back on the fishing part.
Fish.
So that's all that. So, how the current changes, or during the current changes, and on jigs and live bait. Bait, pretty much anything: crab, spot, croaker, bluefish, pinfish, pigfish.
Anything that they get fit in their
Right.
mouth.
So that's all the species I think that I can cover that you can catch
Basically.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I can go on. What's another? Oh, Menhaden. If you, well, you can't. I can't say snagging Menhaden. You can't say that.
Yeah.
It's illegal still here.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Hook through the nose.
But just get one.
Yeah. Right. Try to chase it out.
Yeah, get one.
Just get one.
Just get one.
Put it down.
Hook through the nose on the bottom. Set. This now.
You get them treble sabiki rigs. That's what you use for Ben Hayden.
But also what I'm. What
You feel them.
Move on
You feel them biting. You gotta jig
real
it.
fast.
You gotta jig for them real quick, like. Real fast swimming. Jig real quick, like.
What's cool about this video is we've changed our tactics for reds since the DVDs. Like we don't put it in free spool anymore. We keep it hooked up and let it since that. So that's going to be on this. So that's going to be So it's kind of an update for how we do that. I mean, I haven't had a chance to kind of show an instructional part of that yet. So yeah, the Carolina rig with the circle hooks are the shorter rigs and all that shit that we do now. And the jigs, 2 to 3 ounce heavy jig heads. I'll show that.
Heavy jigs.
Dave at work found some online.
The heavy jig?
Yeah, I think Hoagie has some too.
Big time.
Yeah, Hoagie does.
Hoagie has some heavy hooked 2 ounce
heavy
jig
hook?
heads, 2 ounce, 3 ounce jig heads. So that might be worth ordering. You know, I'm good for this year.
Yeah.
But for you guys, you know, it might be worth getting a hand, 2 dozen of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is because we're not too much losing on rays. We're just losing on getting
On pilot.
bottom.
Yeah.
And
Pilot
and
fights,
snake
yeah.
them,
Okay, then pilings, drop up current to the bottom. Be ready to set as soon as it hits.
As soon as it hits the bottom.
See it. And all
This
that
is
stuff.
a preview. This is what you call like the preview to the video.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make a video, but this is it.
Yeah,
This is like
this is the outline. This is the
Yeah,
outline
dude,
of the video.
you- This is for the
what is
director's
it?
cut.
What comes out with the before movies?
DVD commentary.
Yeah.
The trailer.
Trailer. This trailer right here. He's reading right on his phone.
Yeah.
No footage, no.
Well, I got the footage. I can read the footage.
You fuckers.
Show
this
on
is not
cam
what I
different
do.
tails.
This is not. We're not catching anything, but I'm gonna tell you because I'm standing here. I got the mic in my hand.
Jig aggressively into eddies. No fish, move to the next one. So it's like, make a run, nothing's there, go to the next one.
Yeah.
Make a run, you don't have to.
They don't just
Stay
be
on one
chilling.
pilot.
Like they're down there looking to feed.
And it also seems like if they're not striking it right, then they're not
They're
there.
not
Like,
there, yeah.
Of course, we have hung out around the channels and waited, and they show up.
They show up, but we're kind of drifting in. Yeah.
Well, and they're moving.
Moving
Yes.
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
We seem to catch more.
Yes, exactly. That's shown since the shoals.
Yeah.
Because we used to catch 2 or 3 a year,
Yeah.
and then it changed once we started moving and looking for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to go to the shoals, fish in the shoals.
Aggressively eddies, no folks moving that. Next.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was thrilling.
It was thrilling.
Fucking
I was
thrilling.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I had that one sideways and the other one bit, and that wave
On the
hit me
wave.
side.
It,
Oh
it
my god!
taught me incredible stuff that I'm gonna learn that I'm gonna be
Yeah.
using on this tour. Because I never went on the outside because I was scared of the shoals then, and now I've lived in those
Yeah.
shoals, and now I can go anywhere I want to.
That video we have of us leaving that day.
That's all it took. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna get that out of there.
I know, and as soon as I saw that today, I was like, oh, that's a terrible spot for that. And it's not really like hooking on anything, it's just kind of balanced up there.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what did I say? Move next to the. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be right on the pilings. We can catch them because I caught one just off the pilings last
In
year.
between the bridges, man, you can fish.
Yeah, anywhere. But it's always,
Yeah.
the piling's always good because you have a target and you also know that fish hanging eddies and there's structure.
Yeah.
So it's just.
And there's rubble all around that span. I mean, it's not.
Not even
just-
on the pilings.
Okay,
I've got ones big-
don't plan to
boulders.
take like 1 or 2 jigs.
Yeah.
Bring the box.
Yeah,
Bring the
bring the
box.
box of jigs out.
Yeah,
Extra
I say I got a
pack.
dozen.
Bring
That's
the
what
You're gonna
that's
need
what I'm
1
starting
to
with.
3 ounces, and you're gonna need plenty of them because if you start hooking the rocks,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it,
It doesn't come out sometimes.
yeah.
And-
And if a
and-
fish wraps you around a piling and breaks you off,
That's
it's
what
over, man.
Yeah.
And then hooking the rocks, it's frustrating. Just
man.
keep going. So
Yeah.
many people, boom, boom. Man, I just lost 2, 3 jiggets. fuck it, I'm done.
Going flounder fish.
No, you know what makes me done?
Yeah.
Jigging next to this fucker and watching him catch 5 in a row. And then you want to eventually he's like, I'm sorry, as he's setting the hook.
My bad, man. Would you get this picture? Like,
I'm sorry, and reels up a 40-inch cobia. God damn it. I'm out here next to you. No bites.
I was apologizing when I hooked that one. I was like, ah, shit.
I had to chase the that was the day I had to chase Kevin down and make him keep fishing. He's having the best day of his life, and I am torched mad.
Screaming at he's mad. So I'm mad because he's mad.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. I'm just mad.
Yeah. And I'm mad because I just hooked a fish and I'm having a great time and I made my best friend mad.
Yeah.
That's like I'm feeling bad.
I like am next to him, like we're next to each other, and I can't get a bite. It's
Sucks
like
when he does this.
And it's
exact
paddling up.
shit.
I'm gonna have one on too and all that
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah. I get off work and I get out
And
there.
that's
And he's
like
like, yeah, this is my
number
3rd one.
Yeah.
He catches 4 in a row,
And then a cobia.
and then a cobia.
Yeah, I'd be out of
By
that
the time
one.
the 3rd one was on, I was, it was. And then he's like, I'm leaving. I was like, no, dude, I'm gonna leave. You killed him. I'm not mad at you. I suck. If you go back and catch the fuck out of these things, I'm not, like, this not personal. Like,
I was just getting mad because
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, fuck.
because I was having a terrible time at that point.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
the
always
first
funny
couple,
when
I'm
you
having a
do
good
that.
time, and then you're like, oh shit, this is fucked up.
There was a time when we
Live bait, down, jig down, his shit going off left and right. I got nothing.
It was like time when
Our shit could cross at any moment.
when I went on a drift for striper and I had 4 and
Oh my God.
at that point I was like just dang on the baits right here. I wasn't even
You wasn't even dropping?
I wasn't. I was like I don't want to catch another one.
Yeah.
He's so mad. I don't want to catch another one.
That day Jay caught that big one,
Yeah.
and I lost like 3 with the Ootens right next to
Yeah.
me, and you caught it. Oh my
4.
god!
Yeah.
That was like sheepshead fishing with Jay last year. I was having the best day. I was 6, 7 fish.
You done it to me too.
And Jay is losing fish left and right, and I'm like, I hook. Jay looks over, and I just stick the rod in the water.
Yeah, doesn't happen. Come on, man.
I'm good.
Hung up on the bottom.
Like just, please.
Break it out.
Shoulders doing this. Like,
just like, please break off, Oh, and then he axe handled his Travala S against the bow of his kayak. I was like, oh.
I thought he was gonna have one when we went out this past week. I
Dude,
thought he was gonna.
he got it
I
though.
gave him the piling that I've been catching all of them on. I said, yeah, right here.
Dude, I caught
I go to another
4 of them.
drop.
And Alex showed up after
As soon as it hits the bottom, I didn't look at Jay and I'm like, oh shit. You know, like, he hasn't caught the citation yet. I'm thinking it's a big fish. I get it up. It was an 18-incher. I was like, oh, we're good. I said, stay there. Stay there. He's like, no. So this is the one, right? I'm like, yeah, that's it. Stay there. Yeah, that shit was funny.
You didn't catch him though.
Yeah, he got his that day.
Is he using the same hooks you're using?
No, I just gave him some of my hooks. And that's how he caught
you
that
gave
fish.
me, or I wouldn't use those.
Really?
Like, I wouldn't use them for sheep.
They work.
No, they
don't bend.
They would on me.
Really?
They would.
Jay straightened it out. Jay is straight out.
I
thought
used
Jay
the
was
owners that Jay uses.
The owner
Dude,
SSWs.
that fish got that hook got bit.
Yeah.
Right, but no, I'm saying
I've seen it. I saw it, dude. The where it's bit, where it's bent, that hook got bit.
And I gave you a smaller one.
It was in there,
Yeah,
and
I
that
gave you a
fish
smaller
just
one.
closed its mouth the right way
and bit it.
and opened that thing up, man.
I'll tell you,
That hook got
Jay
bit. I mean, you
String,
could
the owner
feel
out
it.
there.
That hook got bit.
I use the same hooks. I use the owner SSWs. You know,
what size though?
1 ounce or 1/0 to 3/0.
See, I used the 4. I was always using 4 ounces.
No, I
used
like
to use
smaller.
4s and 5s. I use 2/0 now.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
those are still.
But I'll tell you,
They're thin wire, man, but
I have
thicker
never.
though. Aren't they thicker?
No, Jay's
thinner.
fish, dude. That thing, that fish crushed
That was
that
bad
hook.
luck.
Right.
The fish crushed the hook, man. You can like if you look at the hook, like I held it in my hand. The fish crushed it.
Yeah.
He bit them all. It's bent like in a straight
in-
part of the hook
And you can see
and
where,
opened up.
You
like
can
on the
see-
straight shaft.
Gotcha.
You can see
Yeah.
where he fought it too, and where the fish's teeth actually wore that hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
break
Jay
one.
has the- yeah.
No, the bent one.
bent one.
Yeah.
The fish
I mean-
bit and opened it up, man, and just shook his head. He was gone at the boat.
Bending hooks on them, breaking them. Again, I've caught a lot of sheep's head with them hooks.
These are the fucking.
Dude, I've never.
These are
it's
fucking
bad luck.
They're steroid brim, man.
No, no.
Steroid brim.
It is just sometimes.
In a lot of current.
It's bad luck. Sometimes they just where that hook is. No matter what, it's never gonna end well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got his personal best 25 and a half.
Oh, did it? Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
so definitely,
Yeah.
it was definitely good.
Yeah.
He
With the
needed
eagle
that
claw.
fish.
He got it with the eagle claw.
He needed that fish.
Yeah, he did.
That worked very well.
He was down on himself at first because he had bent a hook out. He broke one off. So he had 3 bites on sheep's head. So he caught one. And both of the other fish were big fish. And straightened out a hook and broke one off in the pile. And break off. Yeah, he moved down away from it. That's how I was like, I knew he's kind of hot, you know. I wasn't getting any bites that day. It was kind of a slower day, and he was like, well, let's go in, a little bit further because the storm. We got hit in the storm too. Thank God we went in and started fishing.
Yeah,
second pilot,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched those storms just brew off.
We dodged it 3 times.
Yeah, because it wasn't real. And then pop-ups happened over
Yeah,
the bridge.
and
I
then
saw that.
We were at the brewery and we saw the downfall, and I looked at Lee and I'm like, thank God I'm not on the water.
We get there to the brewery, we're all soaked. Both of us soaked, But he got his a little bit further in. He was like, I don't think it's a citation. I said, Jay, the way that shit's got your rod bent into the water right now, you can't keep him up. He backed off his thumb drag after the asshole told him. He said, what'd he say? He said, how'd you lose it? What did you say?
No, dude, I thought it was an owner hooking a lot of thumb drag.
A lot of thumb drags. That fucked him up. He was pissed already.
He was already mad because I was talking about like that charter trip we went on.
I'm dying out there crying, like trying to get away from him.
Oh,
he was pissed.
He was mad.
No,
I can't believe Lee did that shit.
No,
I said it's Lee. Yeah, like
he was really. I got a phone call at work.
So
about
he's on the water.
Jay went and Jay and Megan when they first met. It was actually a year after they first met. I think they were down there for a wedding.
Yeah,
and they went.
It was the day they met.
Was it the day they met that went offshore?
Yeah,
that day. They went offshore. Anyway,
Gus and Maggie's.
The Castaway Charters, I think it was, or whatever. Posted a picture of them, and it's got like 3,000 likes and like a lot of shares. Or Jay was like, no tag. And just as a joke, I mean, he literally doesn't know these people, and he went charter fishing with those people. So I was like,
just advertising.
Hashtag, you don't get tagged in the charter. Hashtag,
you charter, you pay,
you go home. Something like that. He was mad. I was just joking. I mean, whatever.
Pay, you go home.
You pay, you go. Hashtag charter. Hashtag you pay, you go home.
At the end of the day, that was a long day, and I wasn't even on the water. At the end of the day,
we were all sitting next to each other drinking beers.
When he comes in, and I look at my phone, and he said, "Got it." I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, if you wouldn't have got this, I'm going home because this is going to be a horrible evening." No, he worked his ass off.
Yeah.
Oh no, when you're
go
through all that shit.
It's tough too because he used to do really well on the bridge consistently, but when you have a 3-year break from that type of fishing, those are perishable skills.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I've tried like the past 3. I haven't caught one in 2 years. It's so weird. I just don't get bites. It's so fucking weird, man. I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going sheep's head fishing tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up with that, Tyler? You said he got fiddlers? You coming down?
He's not coming down.
Oh,
He's
I
up
can't.
in Gloucester.
Yeah, I can't go to Gloucester to get fiddlers.
Yeah, it's a ways.
Yeah.
Not you pay much gas to go there and get them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like a drone or a helium balloon. Dude,
I would be sheep's head fishing not doing what I'm going to do tomorrow if I had 15 dozen fiddlers at my disposal.
I'm just going to go get 3.
Yeah.
See what
I
happens.
think I'm gonna do it.
Get some moles.
I haven't done moles one time.
Why
not?
There's some nice ones too.
Why not?
I just haven't. I haven't needed. Haven't needed to.
What?
You know,
What's Tommy using?
yeah, I grab
What's
a
Tommy using?
dozen and then that's it.
Fillers?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I
Then you're trying to fuck with your brother.
My dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah, podcast time.
No, answer it. Let's see what's up. You gotta know. He might have a question or
Not,
something.
not with you assholes. Or, I'm sorry,
Oh,
not
so
with you assholes.
Kevin and I have been over this on probably, how many podcasts have we been over the bucket list, the top of the bucket list fish? Like
Oh,
a bunch.
Yeah,
And
but-
it comes
It
down
changes.
to like a rooster fish or the Mediterranean, man. Those dudes in the Mediterranean paddle out and catch those fucking bluefin
That's right.
tunas
That's right.
right off the. I mean,
Israelis.
you got the guys in
Yeah.
Hawaiians with the. I mean that's cool. And that's a. But
So, but
these dudes
this
are throwing
is
poppers and shit.
this
Like,
is always
I-
fun though. What's year 4?
4.
Probably one of those tunas, a rooster fish. I want to go fish Florida, man. I want to catch a sailfish pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, I like to bottom fish a lot, and I just haven't decided like what. I want to catch something on the bottom big. I don't know.
Fucking big sword.
No, not like a Goliath grouper, but like
Halibut.
maybe like yeah,
A
like
halibut.
maybe like
That's a
50,
300-pound
60,
flounder.
50, 60, or,
Yeah.
or maybe 70 or 100 class halibut would be fucking
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I mean? Like
My 4 would be a
nothing.
peacock bass, and I want out of the Amazon. I want the big one, the 20-pounders. I want one of those. I want an arapaima.
That's the
Yeah, Amazon
big-
fish
right,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
snout looking with the
Big long
Yeah.
body. I want a barramundi and a GT.
Okay.
Barramundi.
Yeah.
Bears?
I gotta have
Yeah.
that. I want an Australian
Barra,
barramundi. I
hashtag
want
Barramundi.
big bitch. I want
on
that.
Instagram.
Yeah. I want a
You know
barramundi.
what's
They
the-
were doing that. The Australians and New Zealanders were doing that shit for a while. I haven't seen it in forever.
What the barramundi and a
GT.
GT.
Oh,
GT.
yeah.
Permit, African pompano, permit on the fly, African pompano, a wahoo from the kayak, and
You gotta hang out with Austin and his girlfriend.
and probably a
Probably
probably
Collins and that
yeah.
dude. She's like a wahoo magnet.
and
Yeah.
probably a golden dorado.
Oh, I forgot about the
Yeah.
golden.
What the fuck is it going? Oh,
Is it
Amazon, man.
Is it African?
No,
Amazon.
no, no. It's,
African's
no,
the
it's,
striper with the teeth.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the tiger.
That's a
fish,
tiger.
yeah.
Golden dorado is just like
Uh,
it's got a.
Ed wants to go to Argentina
Clam.
and catch one of those croakers.
Yeah, well, golden dorado
One of those
are
fucking
Argentina.
12, 15 pound
That's right,
croakers.
Yeah.
That's right there.
Kevin
Watch
wants to go
Larry
catch one of the big
Dahlberg's
motherfuckers.
Hunt for Big Fish episode where he's under this power plant dam thing and he's
Yep.
throwing wood choppers this big and these golden dorado are
Yep.
coming out and the entire 10-inch lure is gone when they
And
also
bite down.
beating
And they
them
got,
up at the
yeah,
front.
they got teeth like
But
and a strong
I'll-
jaw, strong bite.
a permit's been
I'm gonna have a
what
shot
I
at
want
those.
for yeah.
I'm gonna have a shot at those next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be down there, right?
Yeah.
At the
now.
right time. Because Florida Bay, I'm gonna hang in
Yeah.
Little crabs.
March and-
Get with the
Little
right
crab,
dude,
little
get
shrimp.
with the right people on the teams, man. Everybody loves you. You don't have to
Yeah, but Florida Bay is.
kayak.
I'm gonna be by myself. Florida Bay. That's so vast. That's good. I'm gonna be like kind of by myself out there.
Guarantee somebody will paddle out there to come.
Them charters
Yeah,
go.
out of that. Well, actually, what I might do is, when I get, I don't know what I want to get information from a charter, but I want to pay them without. I might just call one and write on a note and just PayPal you some money.
Yeah.
Got pay by a couple bucks just get some info. That might be what I might do. But I've read.
Right,
up
look,
on
man,
that
I'm
area.
traveling on the kayak. I'm paddling through. I really like to catch a permit, man.
Dude,
Feel bad.
but
like
you
somebody, where are you? You're not gonna be South Florida, like Isla Morada.
Yeah, I want to be north of. Florida Bay is between Everglades and the
Permanent
Keys.
and target.
That's where I'm starting.
I know, yeah, because I know a guide in Isla Morada.
Right. That's right there.
Yeah.
It's right here, and I'm gonna be hanging
Pat
out all
would
this. area.
probably think that was something cool. I've drum fishing with him on the pier a lot.
Um,
So I could probably talk to him and be like, hey, he said to like offer up some money, just like he wants a shot. You know what I mean? Like, where's he gonna see one of these fuckers?
just
with
tell
the
me where-
blade
yeah,
out of the
where-
water?
there's
Yeah.
Willie Dude, Jason Stock.
Right.
Jason Stock's up in Tampa though.
Yeah,
He
but
moves around.
He knows that, dude. And then you actually got one of your teammates and one of your good friends is probably the best fucking source of intel you could have for Florida, and Gene.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
but she knows her area. I mean, they
yeah,
know,
but she's got
Are
that
you friends
gig.
with that chick Courtney Marie Merritt on Facebook? She fly fishes a lot. She goes to Belize for the tournament every year, and then she fly fishes a lot. She's Tampa area, but she goes down to the Keys a bunch. She knows a lot of kayakers and everything. Everybody is friends with her. Gene comments on her stuff. Everybody like comments on her stuff. Gene and D. Kaminsky, they all comment on her stuff. She does like artwork and stuff down there too.
Yeah, I might be following her. Yeah.
But
yeah, might be, yeah.
those people have like, there's so much information. Rob DeVore,
Yeah, he's in Tampa. So.
he want to film you though.
Yeah, no, we're planning on that. We're already working on that.
Very cool.
Like,
Yeah,
you
we're
want
working
some
on that.
weird shit.
I'm naked on the beach a lot.
Right. That's what he's into.
You see, that's the thing is
I've seen his weird hair.
This
so
week,
I don't know.
this week I was camping out and I was like,
God,
okay,
I'm
I need to like, I don't know, I was gonna do a post.
I'm weak.
I was gonna do a post like, feeling naked on the beach or something. Cause I gotta start putting it out there because if any pictures of me pop up naked on the beach, I mean, it's, at this point I want y'all to go, oh yeah, it's Kevin.
That's Kevin's butt ass.
No, it's not gonna be shocking around because it's
Staring at the moon and shit.
Dude, I posed the fuck out.
Butt ass naked.
Just staring at the moon.
Exactly. With the
For
Superman
years I've
pose.
known this. He's like, no, dude, I'm
Butt ass naked on the beach.
basically
most
news.
of the time.
On the beach though, with all the mosquitoes and shit.
Well, it's winds. Mosquitoes
There's gotta
aren't
be
there.
winds if
You don't have bugs.
Mosquitoes aren't during the day. It's the horse flies are gonna get you, and they'll light you. But no, how it started was
Oh, that would suck, dude.
Oh my
yeah, I got one got me in the nuts.
Oh!
As I was practicing in the morning, and I was like, I knew it. I saw him. And
Yeah, that's what do you do? What are you like?
no,
You can't smack it.
I went at him and I moved and he got out of there. I said, "You fucking got me." But okay, first time I started off me being naked all the time. It wasn't always like that. It was drying off, and it was or just changing, and then that time changing between my daytime clothes and my sleeping clothes got longer and longer, and I just started getting more comfortable with it.
Fuck it,
And then it was just like I was getting dry. I was staying dry that way, so that was kind of cool. And then then it was just like way comfortable. Yeah, now I just fish like naked and. One picture of last year when I'm holding the red up like that, and it's my knee, naked as fuck. Squatting down, shit hanging. No, full blown caveman style, holding red. Yeah. Let him go. Yep.
Had a video too, releasing the red shit.
No, I got clothes on. I put clothes on for that.
Oh.
When I was filming, I was like, I'm gonna film now. I gotta fucking put clothes on.
He said with your knee naked as fuck. That's funny.
How did you hit the shutter? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm shooting myself. Ain't no way. I'll cut it. And with the problem with that, the best picture, I was like, cut off some of that red. God damn it, I'm gonna cut off that red. If I bring it any lower, you can tell I'm naked. You can see my waistline. Gotta bring it up just a little bit and cut that red off a little bit.
That's funny.
Yeah. But man, it's primal as shit. I mean, it makes you
You need to
naked.
get like a leather
I mean, you're
rope
naked
and a
out there
leaf.
anyway.
Yeah.
You're naked out there anyway.
Loincloth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, when I'm walking around, I carry my shorts just in case somebody comes around the corner and put my shorts on.
One of the people driving down there on the beach one day, you can that's just gonna be funny.
Ranger girl gonna run into Kevin.
He's gonna be fucking.
Kevin ain't got no
And she's just, he's
She
gonna
gonna
pull
take
out. She's gonna
advantage.
pull up. Sir, you're not supposed to be out here like this.
So what are you talking about?
But we can fix this now.
Get that tent in all your clothes and we can make this happen.
Oh,
God, that sounds like some real horrible hippie porn.
that's
Yeah, but the horse flies,
Kevin's
man.
life. That's what he's waiting for.
Yeah. But it's mainly just the horse flies during the day.
Yeah.
And then mosquitoes at night, and I'm under 10 at night. It's just during the day. And the horse fly, the thing about them, you got to stop what you're doing if you get 2 or 3, and you got to kill those.
Exactly.
And you got to go back to what you're doing, and yeah. It's just, they trip me out. I'm
You
really.
work all the time. You'll be in mid-swing with a hammer and something shink right in the back, and you're like,
I'm
Yeah.
swinging a hammer
Yeah.
at work. What do you do for work
I don't
now?
work in Maryville anymore.
I know, no, he was swinging the hammer when he worked at Merity.
Right. That's why he's not allowed to work.
Wow.
Hashtag Black Hammer.
Bill. That's what I do. But yeah,
What do you build?
they'll but trusses.
Trusses?
4 trusses, like
Yeah.
frames.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Mhm. Did it back when I was in Texas.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Something to do in between.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. It can make some good money. I mean, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to get out of psych. For a
Oh,
while.
yeah?
Yeah.
Fully?
For a while.
Oh, you said
yeah,
right.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't do it. It was starting to wear on you. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta constantly worry about, looking over your back. You gotta worry about, are you doing this right? Did you do this the right
All the
way? This
paperwork,
is-
just the rules and
Yeah. Go swing a hammer
Yep.
and be alright.
Yeah.
Caveman shit.
Yep.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Hashtag Man Love Mondays headlights.
So when do you build? Because you be fishing every fucking morning.
No, we had off this week. No work. Everything's really, really, really slow. As far as something with building, something with the economy for some housing, something like that, we haven't got booked. So it'll probably pick up hopefully next week, and then it'll be back to 5 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. So then I won't be fishing. Yeah, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that week. Trust me. I
Yeah.
did, yeah. That was good.
Yeah,
Caught
you
a
take
lot of
advantage
fish.
of it. Yeah, you take
Caught-
advantage of
I
it.
took a big time.
Well, that Wednesday when y'all get your
Yeah.
fishing, it did drop out of me for a little bit.
Yeah, did it?
I was able to go and look, but I didn't catch anything.
Yeah.
I maybe saw two fish that I caught the day
Yeah.
before because
You didn't see
they
him?
recognized my lure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, even perfect cast,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, come on, stop.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
annoyed by me,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah. Like, leave me alone, but I'm not going to get it today. I saw it
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was slim pickings. I mean, I caught 2.
Uh-huh.
I ran into a school of a dozen, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
The
So
day
what-
before, I caught 2 sheep's head, black drum again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, was it the same week? Another black drum, another sheep's head.
Yeah.
2 black drum this year so far.
Yeah. Last 2 weeks
Yeah.
we've been catching one.
Yeah. I would love to find a pattern. The guy Tyler was like, you figure?" I said, "There's no pattern, man." I was like, "I'm just fishing on the bottom,
Yeah.
He doesn't fish. He's not fishing the sheep's head on the bottom. He's not
Catching
catching
bottoms.
Yeah, he's up.
Sirens.
Yeah. Carolina rigging.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way. Yeah.
He's fucking them up though. Like he said
That rig
Yeah.
works. For me, I just don't like the play.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
too
yeah.
much play where I can get hung on, and all that stuff.
Man.
Swinging.
Yeah.
There's something about it. It's a lot easier to work the whole column, but
Yeah.
when you're lifting up and something's not right,
Wait.
and you just wail home.
Well, I also on those slanted pilings, I like the tog style rig,
Yeah.
so you can balance the weight here, and then it's about
Weight's up.
off the piling like that. It's kind of a good presentation. That's when I always kind of find a spot to sit it on.
We need a
Not
day this
bouncing.
week where there's no wind. I want to go. I want to
Let's
go
look at some.
Tomorrow.
to this. Is it tomorrow? I'll probably go out there to this spine.
Mhm.
I gotta figure out
Yeah.
how to do it. Yeah, I gotta figure out.
Saw
how to
a lot
do
of
it.
them.
Yeah,
That was-
a lot of them. Big
Yeah.
ones. Big ones.
Free line.
We tried to free. We did that.
We did it. We
did that.
because the wind was pushing us back, so we free lined up and let it free line. We backed off, and nothing right.
Honestly, if you find I really think free line some bait shrimp.
Yeah,
Like
we
some
did that.
raw bait
He said-
shrimp, the whole head.
He said
Oh.
clams. We could have put some clams on there
Clams,
too.
yeah.
Maybe even double them. Yeah. It was windy as fuck.
Yeah, it was extremely windy. Yeah.
Yeah, we were-
Kevin, stand up real quick. Check it out. All right. So there. Yeah, I see him. I can't stand up too tall for that shit. Like I'm ending up in the water.
Like I said, if I can see,
You see
an
a
object
rock,
in the
yeah.
water, I can stand up in anything.
Yeah,
It's just when I get where it's just water.
Open water,
it's
yeah.
a little sketchy for me.
I think tomorrow's going to be a good day, though.
Yeah.
You should be fishing too.
Nah.
No.
I'm going to do a lot of paddling.
You going out?
A lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
paddling
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Drop him down.
He might.
Cool.
He might, but I have this feeling that tomorrow's gonna be, I catch a stupid brown one, awesome. But I have a feeling something good's gonna happen tomorrow.
Cool.
I haven't felt this positive
Talking about
about fishing.
off the video we saw yesterday, that area.
No, no.
I wanted to
No,
do that
I-
too,
I-
but you know how I am with the ocean. Like
I'm gonna. I don't know. It's
That ocean though.
That ocean.
It's
though,
gonna
man.
be-
It's too much.
it's gonna be a long day,
Sharks,
and
though.
if I'm by myself, I'll probably be calling somebody and kill two birds with one stone and do a ferry trip
Right.
because I got this feeling something good's gonna happen tomorrow.
You're talking about ferry. Where the fuck are you talking about going?
I'm probably gonna. If I'm
Just
by
keep
myself,
going?
I'll probably just keep going.
That second span sucks.
First one. Yeah, you're
Well,
seeing a lot
yeah,
of
talking about
that.
from the
third
fourth
span
on.
sucks.
No, from the second to the third.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking about
one after that sucks.
after
But
the 4th.
I'm taught. It depends on how I feel, how the currents are,
I'd come
how
back.
I'm doing.
Currents aren't that weak this week.
But
Tomorrow, they're not that weak. They're
8-8 and 1-2.
1-2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this year 1-2. I knew
So-
it was over 1.
so I mean,
1-1-2. I mean 1-1-1.
it depends on how I feel because that's something I want to do for me.
Oh, so you think about crossing?
I'm
You just
thinking-
want to cross just to
Oh.
cross.
Just the hell.
Well, no, I know I'm gonna go cobia fishing,
Right.
but if I get
Wait, if you catch you're not crossing.
if I get
Day.
if I
Yeah,
get,
you're done.
if I get once I get to a certain point, depending on how I feel, what I want to do, will determine what
Understand that the fourth island is only halfway.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
Yeah, you're.
It's
but,
not
yeah.
three
not you're
quarters
done.
of the way.
I know,
It's only halfway.
It's a long
but
way
yeah,
with
that
a break.
that next span sucks a fat
Yeah.
fucking dick.
but at that point,
I promise.
you know, if I decide to
Trouble
keep
there.
if I decide to keep going,
Mm.
then rods will get put inside the kayak,
Right.
and I'm
Because once
going-
you pass there, you need to go.
yeah, I don't want to
Pass them on
see
point
I don't
of
want to
return.
see a cobia,
Yeah.
and then be like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Hooking at 8
And then
pounder,
just
now
be
you're
like,
not in the
yeah.
clock at night.
But I don't know. I think something good's gonna happen
Cool.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
and
I like
then
that plan. That's good. I
maybe
like that.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch the fight Saturday night or
That's tomorrow.
yeah, or if I'm gonna take it easy and go hit some flats in North Carolina. It's about that time for. Well, it's been that time for like the last month for.
I might is Al has the fights in his house, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's talking. Yeah.
You didn't get it last time in 200.
No,
he didn't go
because
because John Bones.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, but no, he's gonna tomorrow. But I might go down to North Carolina and hit the
He's a
Orient.
good
I
one.
want to get him on that
Punch that
Hennessy. He ain't
motherfucker
going
in the
nowhere.
face so hard.
Like, here you go, Billy.
What?
I want to see Diaz punch that dude in the face so hard.
It's gonna happen, man.
Honestly,
2 times at a time.
honestly,
The first time Diaz stunned him, I think it even surprised himself. He was like, "Oh,
dude, I would
gotcha."
love. I love watching people get submitted. I would love to see that. I want to see McGregor just go limp.
I think it's gonna be a bully beat down.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and here's the
Like
thing.
a Compton
Diaz,
fucking
Well, no matter-
beat down.
No matter what, even if Connor wins, goes to 5 rounds, he's gonna be hurt.
Dude, every time they got
His face
in
is gonna be
close and
fucked
went to
up.
clinch, Diaz was throwing knees like crazy.
Well-
and some of them got through up into like
Yeah.
upper chest and chin area.
The-
You know what I mean? Diaz would just like, ain't dude, you know what to do when you get in those situations.
Connor, he's not. If he takes it, he might take the first 2, maybe 3 rounds. If it goes 5, he would absolutely. He doesn't have the endurance.
buddy.
We haven't seen
Con-
it.
Con-
We haven't
and
seen
then
it.
did-
We
yeah.
haven't seen it though. Well,
That
we
Mexican heart.
we saw the first one. The first
going
fight
down.
he was throwing it.
I'm sorry. I don't see Connor.
He's not
I
going
see
down.
Connor running out of
Ain't gonna
gas,
Stop. Yeah.
and
Although, dude, he's not cutting weight.
No, but the reason why I agree with you is because he's already emotionally compromised.
Right.
That means you've already burnt.
He's also
burning
not
energy
cutting weight
because of that.
at all, though. He's not cutting weight at all. Last time he was ready to cut weight, and he was cutting weight, and then the fight got dropped.
So then he started eating.
Yeah, then he started eating.
Yeah.
He has not planned to cut weight this time.
Right.
I'm sure 170 is a very natural
Yeah.
I think
weight for
think
him.
they say he's 180. He walks around 180.
Right.
Which
So
is a lot bigger than I
170
thought he
for a
was.
fight
Yeah.
is
10,
very comfortable.
10 pounds on that.
That's very comfortable because he can cut down to 145.
Yeah,
He looks frightening at 145. He looks
Yeah.
so skinny. You look at have those the scene, where they're showing fights, and seeing them from 145 to 170 is like, God damn, dude, how'd you, yeah, Jesus.
I was listening to Cale Sonnen's talk with Joe Rogan and talking about, getting these guys to fight at their natural weights.
Yeah.
And how just devastating some of these guys could be.
Well, I mean, just look at the guys who have come up.
Yeah.
Like,
Who is Rampage is fighting this weekend, right? Is it Rampage
No,
or
Rumble.
Rumble's fighting
Rumble.
this weekend.
Oh, Rumble's a crazy one. Remember when he used to fight 170? Rumble Johnson used to fight 170.
It's a big motherfucker, man.
He used
giant.
He used to not. He wasn't making it after a while. He was like 15 pounds over, that type of thing. Because he fights at 205, and he fought as big as heavyweight. We got out of UFC and went to
WEC.
It wasn't WEC. It was one FC. One of those ones that were on
Is he the one
TV.
that put up a big fight against John Jones?
No, he hadn't fought Jones yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one. He clobbered
Fight John
DC
Jones.
across the.
Jones ain't
Yeah,
fighting no
decent,
more.
right.
I think it sounds like he's coming back.
Is that what they
Yeah,
say?
it sounds. I just heard today
Yeah,
that
how long,
Because well,
Oh, no.
the supplement
It was
he
a-
didn't.
They're
he's
saying
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that it wasn't the supplement that the drug
I
guys
think it was
thought
a
it
penis
was.
pill, right?
Something
I
like
think
that,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember
What's funny is
happened to an Olympic runner.
on Rogan's show, Brian Redband, one of his friends, said something about it because Redband's all about penis pills. He knows them. He talks about. He reviews them.
Diaz straight up said, everybody's on steroids.
You see the time to hold one.
He didn't fucking deny that he was on steroids. The motherfucker said,
This motherfucker is the
Everybody's
Nate
on
Diaz of
everybody's on steroids.
No, he is.
Didn't even say, except me. The motherfucker said, everybody's on steroids.
Lee Nate Diaz Williams.
Lee Diaz Williams.
But no, the Kel Sonnen, that was an awesome. Have you heard that one yet? Oh,
No, women.
it-
Yeah. It was
That
a week
was
ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was an awesome one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was less than
the-
a couple hours ago Kevin started.
the Justin Wren one,
Yeah.
where Justin Wren was talking about being bullied as a kid and
Yeah.
how UFC saved his life.
Yeah.
That one was insane.
Let's bring it all over.
Booming. Dad, I saw you not answer that damn phone.
No, it's I'll give a shout out. It's probably Joe Massini and Tom Tao. Shout out to my boy Andy Bukowski.
And Massini for catching his trout.
Oh, we finish off this red thing.
You still doing that?
Yeah.
I forgot about
Like
it.
an hour. Alright, where was I? Piling's fight. Move to the next one if there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Piling fight. Free spool to go through. This is, I'm probably going to use a lot.
This is how we keep people in here because they really want to know
They
this.
wanna know that, yeah.
But now they got to listen to all that fucking bullshit.
Stay tuned. Teasing them. Teasing the teaser. Teasing the trailer. So I'm probably going to use a lot of Damien's fights. It's the best fight that I had going through the Pilings. That fucker puts it down 3 times.
That 55.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking the best Piling fight I've had on film. I have a couple of me going through it. He filmed, but it's not as good as Damien's. And a lot of this, I'm going to need one of you guys. Whatever day I'm going to do it, one of you guys I need. And also, it's going to be the first fish I catch. I need a third person filmer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do all this stuff, the whole thing, and then slice all that stuff in with all the old footage and all stuff. But I need one fish of me doing the whole
Yeah.
shebang, and somebody holding on, doing everything. Everything. Because it's all important with that whole, dealing with those fish out there. So the island fight is much easier. Structure, drop off the southeast side of the island, same jig on the bottom, live bait on the bottom. You can do 2 rods, all that stuff. Fish care. So this is the one that's I'll be showing a lot of. And what I do have is I have footage of me recovering.
This
the
water's
boat
still
wreck.
fucking warm.
Well, it's also the depth pulling them up. It's not it's not deep water, but it's enough to their air bladders.
Yeah.
I mean that happens with these. It happens to me. So I have footage of me recovering a boat recovered. They're trying to race around and it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I pick it up and recover it.
Do you have the footage of Lee?
No, I don't have that. Oh,
There's
did I
no
film
video
that?
footage of that, I don't think.
I don't think I was.
Pictures, no.
Yeah, I think it was pictures of that. Right. But
Swims
no.
with drum.
Yeah.
Shark looking at it.
Yeah. Tiger staring at us.
How about this
Look at
crazy
that.
shit? How about this crazy shit? So today is the last day of the Pirates Cove Big Game Tournament, the Marlin Tournament.
Oh yeah.
The guys set out this morning. This boat hooks a fish at 9 a.m. on one of their white marlin rods, and it's a giant blue marlin. They fought it. The scales closed. Since this is the last day of the tournament, the scales close at 7 o'clock. You have to be in. So at 5, 4:30, whatever time it has to be, they decide they have to put the hammer down on this fish, and they fucking break it off.
Woo! Damn.
They didn't get to fish all day.
Right.
Lines
They had
in
that one.
at 8, hooked up at 9, and they were hooked up
Just
until
two lights
lines
out.
out at 3. And you have to be at the scale on the last day by 7.
Damn.
And they broke it off.
They would've won.
Or broke it off or pulled it off.
Yeah, they
you know,
would've won it.
They would have. Oh yeah. I mean, well, nobody killed a blue marlin, so yeah.
Yeah, they would have won it.
Yeah.
Right.
They would have won it.
Yeah.
It came through, and everybody out there pulls the same thing. Just about. You pull your all white marlin stuff, naked ballyhoos, or whatever you want to pull for white marlin, small stuff, and one blue marlin lure. And a lot of guys with the big giant boats may put a second one way back somewhere, out of the way. And this thing comes in and eats the fucking thing bait. Piles on. You know, who knows how big they didn't catch it? You know, they fought it for 9 hours on 20.
Yeah.
So they never put they probably never even put any stress on the fish.
Right.
They probably just followed this thing
Because of
around
it.
the ocean
Yeah.
and pulled,
9 hours.
you know what I mean, for 9, 10 hours. And then had to batten down the hatches.
Shoot
And
it!
They either straightened and pulled the hook out or broke it off. I don't know exactly what happened, but
Did they ever get close?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll come out. They're not even. They're
story's not-
on their way in, you know, or they haven't.
That's what you just
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah,
Alright, so the fish
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like crazy. How the
Money.
fuck do you deal with
lot
a
of
fish?
money.
A lot of money. Yeah, you just
Millions.
lost all that money. That's yeah.
Yeah, and also
I would
9
curse the
hours of the same.
Right.
You're not allowed to be changing rods and shit.
Is that
No, Scott.
what's up?
And one of our gentlemen.
Those comments.
Time to finish this
now
shit.
this is a great. Okay, what do you want to know?
Yeah. Alright, so the fish carrot. Air bladders expand from the depth. Also, I noticed this because I killed a black drum by accident one time because it was 100 degrees, and I brought that thing up for pictures, and I got it back in the water, and I didn't have boat grips, and it just never, the color never came back.
Yeah.
He barely even breathed after that, and then I was like, there's got to be something for that 70-degree water to 80-degree, and that's when I really started. You know, I talked about it on the DVD, so I covered that, but it's still important as shit. I feel like that's almost
It
a
is.
more big deal than time out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the temperature difference.
Well, and man, it's good grips and anchor trolleys.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you want the bungee,
You know,
you want the
You want to be able to basically swim that fish by paddling.
Yeah. You're hard for fish to recover if not done correctly. Boger grips. Everybody needs boger grips. Yeah, everybody needs boger grips because you can't do everything right. You can't swim with the hand and the teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Good
need
luck.
boger
Yeah,
grips.
it's gonna bite you.
It's
gonna hurt.
like bogus style grips.
Yeah.
Plastic fish grips are good for a lot of things. Plastic fish grips are
Because
I'm
the
gonna
whole
do
thing
it
is
for the
hooking the fish,
Yeah.
leaving the water while you
Yeah.
do
and,
arrange
and
for
the plastic
pictures and
ones.
stuff, yeah.
They'll go and they'll let up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If
yeah.
you're gonna use the plastic ones, have something like Velcro or something to cinch that handle down,
Right.
so it doesn't come off.
Yeah. And then tied and everything's super tied. Right. Yes, because that's the big thing is I land it, unhook it, measure it, boat grips in the water, then I deal with doing my cameras and getting wherever I need to shoot or whatever.
Yeah.
All
And
that
the-
happens.
and
And then
the-
it's up, shoot, down.
And
For me,
the
it's
great
like-
thing is, since we started doing that, I mean, it gets us fishing a lot quicker because it's less time we have to spend with that fish.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not a lot of time. It's
Yeah.
not a lot of
No,
time.
it's not.
And that key to watch is not back and forth, right? That you got to go forward. Keeping the fish upright, I feel, is a big thing. Because
Yep.
when guys are in nets hanging them off the boats, the fish is still sideways, and the gravity there's still gravity on it right there.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and turn
especially up
over
to the
and stuff.
surface, because they're still kind of
Yeah.
not
They
out
need
of
to get
gravity.
that equilibrium
Yeah,
back.
and to have their vertical, I think that helps
Yeah.
them a
Yeah.
lot. That seems to
Absolutely.
really help them a
Yeah.
lot. Because you've seen fish go off after they've been on the
Sideways.
sides, and they're still on their sides.
Yeah.
It takes.
Yeah.
And we've had, I think you had one last year.
Yeah, last year
That wanted to go and went sideways.
Yeah.
We recovered him and basically held his tail. I had him on fish grips, and I had that on the trolley, and I held his tail, and I was able to keep him upright.
Yeah.
And this fish, when he let it go, you're thinking, fish is good.
Yeah.
Fish is kicking. Fish wants to go.
And upright and
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
It got vertigo.
Yeah. I think there's something to that. So it's a real. Notice that it was like it took a long time for really. It's just getting it vertical is enough.
That is such an awesome point.
Yeah. Keeping it vertical, and I've seen that's a lot. That's a big deal. And it's something that's not really practiced a lot, and we need to make that happen. Not back and forth, upright. Only release, and here's what the time I release the fish. Not when he's pulling, because they pull just even on reaction. But when those pec fins come out like airplanes, that's when they've got their shit together.
Yep.
And then they start yanking on you.
Yeah.
They're really yanking on you, not so much muscle reaction yanking on you, like just flopping. Because a lot of
it's that strong head shake
they're going down.
that we feel during the fight.
Right.
When you feel that on the grips, that fish is good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that when they get them in the water and they shake, they're ready to go. Now it's just still shaking from being on your deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it takes a lot more time now because with the water temps and everything,
Because
burning so much lactic acid.
Yes.
Yeah. And it like runners, like anything we do physically, that lactic acid builds up. It takes time for that to go. And fish, it's proven they need that too.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why that keeping them upright and let them get those. As soon as those fins come up, that's it. Boom. They're off like they're airplaned out. They're good. And so I'm going to show that footage of me reviving that one because when you can see they're trying to do it hanging off the sides. I mean, it's uncomfortable for a boater to revive these fish. So you kind of have to come to the rescue a lot of times. Because they're hanging off the side, and they don't want to hang off. It's uncomfortable that way, so then you let it go way before the fish is ready. Usually on the side because they're just pulling it on its side. They're not worried about it upright. You see that fish is just still on its side, not being able to get down. And I paddle over to them. It takes me a while because the fish is going in circles.
You gotta catch up with them. Yeah. They're trying to get.
And then I got the tail, and I can't get the face, so I got to land them by the tail, turn them around, get the boat grip on them, put them in, then I start paddling. And it's a minute. It's a minute or two for me to paddle. And then he's good. Yeah. And that's all it took is for them to get equilibrium, get their guts, situated right, so the gravity can get their air bladders controlled, and they're good. They're solid. So that's another thing to show them that whoever's gonna be filming that is gonna be basically hanging on.
Yeah.
Get on my boat. Yeah.
Fucking jump in the water.
Yeah.
Boy, he won't jump in the water.
No, I'm not gonna ask you anybody to do that.
No. I'll give you shots, but I ain't getting in the water.
But yeah, so that's my outline. I think that's pretty good. I've got the right outline.
Where you say you're gonna have?
I want to do it as soon as I catch one.
Brian Vincent is watching, apparently.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent.
Because he likes that hat, though.
Mr. Vincent. Got that today when I got to the house. I was like, oh, yeah. Got a note in there that says, "Here you go, baller."
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice.
He ain't no baller.
We just got him at the shop today too. The truck came in today, so I saw him today, and I was like, "Damn, those look cool."
Yeah,
dude,
those nice hat.
They're awesome
hats,
hats. Super comfortable.
Yeah. I'm not a baseball hat guy.
Yeah, I'm glad they did it with the snapback this
Vince
time
did
instead of the flex. I love this.
Vince did an awesome job.
My new favorite hat is that because my hair gets caught in the Velcro.
Yeah. Oh my god. The fuck out of here with this fucking gay ass shit!
Hair. Keep it perfect on the fade.
Oh my god.
Dude, at least I'm not.
Though.
At least, man, I tell you, I'm glad none of my friends have the little
just
ponytail.
bun that shit up, man.
All the
bun that shit up, dude. You want it.
But
You
it's
want
too
to do that shit
He
though.
does it in yoga class.
I quit doing it because it started bothering me. I do it in hot because it's dripping in my face. But you saw me in that picture. It's right here. You have in yoga. I have to have it.
Do you still
on
do
here.
the blossom though?
On the sides, yeah.
The blossom, you told me.
When I wear a sweatshirt, I hang it off the side because this hood knocks it up. So I hang out. I did it at work today. I was wearing a sweatshirt at work today.
Hanging off
inside the AC. So I got But
awesome.
But okay, I came to something at work the other day. A guy came in and he had the shaved on the side, right, and the semi-long hair, but it was like
The bun, like the samurai bun.
Very little teeny little bun, because it's just all he has is his hair up top, and it's long.
Yeah.
And the next time he came in, he had it kind of greased. There's all kinds of greasy shit.
That's the haircut I'm trying to tell Billy to get.
Okay, so
Hey, Billy.
So I'm looking.
Shit.
I'm looking at. I'm going. Man, this. You know what? I guess that's what it is for somebody to have kind of like grow their hair out, to kind of have a ponytail, but they don't want to commit to. This is a commitment. It's you got to go through a suck period of a long time of shaggy hair, fucking, to get long hair to be able to get it into.
I used to grow my hair.
It takes a.
I hated it.
Does Kevin have some kind of fucking
A yoga shirt. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
I'm pretty sure that's some kind of.
That's the outside.
Motherfucking
Yeah,
carrying a
it's-
bomb.
But people don't realize, man.
Pretty
It's
sure
a
he tells people to behave, or he gonna blow the whole motherfucker away.
But they don't realize it's a commitment to look homeless. I mean,
But so I kind of relate to that style of hair because it's really cut. It's a style. It's a full blown. You got to get this style done.
Just the samurai haircut is what I call it. Samurai Jack.
I can understand, but it reminds me too much of a mullet. Because party on top, business around the sides, just like it used to be.
dude,
Party in the back, business on top. It's a fucking modern day mullet.
dude,
2016.
I'm gonna tell you, don't do that, and then go buy yourself some glasses, but take the lenses out.
I saw somebody like that the other day. I was almost went.
Dude, poked it.
Glasses on.
She got lenses.
Because it made me go question it. What?
Yeah.
You took my distraction off of talking to the dude. Huh? What? Why? Yeah.
You might not want to buy a kayak. You might want to buy a moped.
But then the guys who do grow their hair just to put in a bun, dude, it sucks keeping your hair back all the time. It's good when you have hair to have it fucking down, and especially when you're out in the wild. I mean, it protects me from the bugs. It protects me from the sun. You know, in the end, it gives you sensitivity to the. I can feel wind shifts in my hair. It puts you there. So naked long hair is fucking as natural as you can get.
Goddamn, some dances with wolves.
Naked, casting the reds on the beach, hair down.
The knee.
It's white.
Yeah, so it's the modern day mullet.
Yeah.
Now I see it that way now. I totally see it that way.
Dude,
I'm so glad none of you fuckers have that. I'm so glad none of my friends have that.
Zach had the most.
I'm so glad also none of my friends wear
mullet.
fucking dad hats. That fucking little fedoras people wear now.
I got a couple.
Don't you wear that shit around me.
Of course,
I'll probably wear one to his wedding. I'm probably gonna come in there with a fedora on to the wedding.
I guess that wouldn't look so bad.
Well, in
Depends
I can
on
understand. That's dress up. That's dress up time. That's dress up.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck away from my wife.
fedora, and he told me, he showed me it's gonna be a purple fucking 5-button suit.
Lies.
I swear to God.
Purple.
He
Not
bought,
wearing no
he bought
fucking
that
purple
shit.
suit.
He bought that shit at like the Suit Emporium over on
Fucking
Shine
shine.
Portsmouth. His cane.
Never.
He sprayed that motherfucker with like super gloss lacquer.
Yeah, calling him Buck Nasty Butler.
Nasty.
Come on. Buck Nasty's mom always said, he said, I'd like to stay and talk, but I gotta go home and put water in Buck Nasty's mama's dish.
That's some
Dave
shit.
Chappelle.
That's some good shit.
Uh,
That's some good shit.
I'm killing the
Dave Chappelle is fucking
I'm setting it on fire.
So you fishing tomorrow?
Might as well. I'm gonna go.
Max at 8:18.
I'll watch at 6.
6. What time is that tackle shop open? I gotta get bait.
5.
Oh my god.
No, 4:30.
Nah. Y'all might as well stop.
Yeah,
Y'all might.
dude,
as-
you are sounding like Tex. So, but no, if
Y'all might as well stop at 4:30.
so,
Shit.
I'm not going there at 4:30.
I will watch at 6.
So if you
round
tell,
6.
if you tell Tex 6, you can still launch at 8.
I can leave the crib at 6.
Yeah.
No. You stay right on the street, you know what I mean? But no.
I'll be there at 6, bro.
No, you
Cool,
bet.
I'll be there. All right, man. 8:30, we're good.
Jay
Flag
almost got
time
his
to
ass
pass.
left, lad. Jay almost got his ass left. I was like, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Where you at? I'm on the way.
Oh,
Come,
yeah,
stop.
you know what?
I forgot where you
You-
stopped. You
you
stopped at
should've-
Ocean's East. And,
You should have left him. After all the times
It was like
we've
45.
waited on you, we have never left you, and we should have.
No. No, that's why y'all are my
Motherfuckers.
friends. That's why y'all are my friends. You left me once, maybe driving to
I
North
left
Carolina
you
by
once
myself.
because I
And it was a
waiting
storm on
for
the way
you.
back. I was like, I wish I was with Billy. so
Apparently,
he'd be
Zach
driving
Bowles
and
got
shit.
hit in the face today with a
With
swivel. Oof. Yeah.
Marlin.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Marlin fishing. I guess he was wiring one man. Wham! Right to the face. Not fun.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He's not beat up too bad.
No,
it's
but
not cut
that-
open, but it's
yeah,
like a stinger.
that-
That's a
It
stinger.
stings, yeah.
And there's like a
Nothing
bruising around that looks like
It's close. Teeth would have been one thing. You got it
and
right.
also
He probably
like
chipped
an
something.
inch lower. This is one of the most sensitive areas on your fucking
Yeah, but also bust a
body.
tooth. Also bust a tooth through there if it hits it right.
Yeah.
You know, just even through your skin.
Skin right here is like so sensitive though, dude.
I know. I'll try to pop the zits right.
Yeah. Tears. Instant.
You step back in, you get that tingle in your nose.
Woo.
Yeah.
Huh.
What?
Alex Perez went out trolling for Spanish with the sun today, and then ended up catching a couple barracudas too. That water, that hot water.
It is hot.
I don't
son of a
know. I don't
bitch.
know what's causing this sick water. I don't know.
You know Alex.
Yeah, where's he at?
Off the oceanfront.
Barracudas?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
big?
dude? They were small.
Oh, but still,
But there's big ones on the
barracuda.
light town.
Yeah.
There's big ones on the light town, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know
the
that.
deal. This water is getting. Why is
There's
this
red tide.
super clean water
East winds.
getting so close? No, the wind isn't blowing east that much.
No, it's southeast.
Yeah.
The last
a lot this summer.
No,
Now, right now, yes.
The past
But
week and a
dude,
half.
it's been getting better and better this summer, dude.
It is
I
clear.
think that the
10,
water
15
coming
foot
out of the
visibility
bay.
on the pylons, yeah.
I think that the water coming out of the bay with the with the oyster rebound and the crab rebound, the water is so much cleaner.
On the eastern
That
shore,
everything is moving
last time we were there,
closer to
like,
the
roaches
closer to
scattered.
land.
I'm like, oh my god.
Into that bay
Yeah.
water, the line is moving further
I'll
back,
tell
and
you.
these fish are moving in and closer.
In Omega
because the water
staying
is
up.
Yeah,
and
Omega
Omega
is
staying
staying
off
up.
the eastern. They stayed off the eastern shore.
I saw Jake House post.
Nobody's up there.
I saw Jake House post about that, and that's why his fishing they've moved off.
Yeah.
They were off Smith. I mean, way off Smith.
Yeah.
They were going past everything, going out, and I saw them way out there, and I was like, cool,
Good.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so
If they
you
can
can
catch
tell,
them out in
yeah,
the middle of the ocean,
just to
go for
stop
it,
beating
man.
our waters up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There's menhaden.
But
Yeah, I know it's easy.
costs
I know it's easy.
It's easy. Yeah.
I
But
know
they're
we
up.
know
I mean,
it's
they're
easy,
up.
but you're
They're
making a lot of
in the
fucking
Smith.
money, enough money to go a little further and
yeah.
get the fuck out of our
And it's
way.
not that far further. It's not that much
No.
further. Especially up there, no one's up there. No one's up there. Yeah.
Well, and I think right now that's a big thing. No one's up there.
The
They're
thing
being
about
left
the beach,
alone.
nobody fishes the beach from Cape Charles to fucking Ocean City.
Right.
Catch everything you want.
Well, you
Take it.
acetate, they
Yeah, but
and
there's not
acetate also has a shoal that's near there that brings
yeah,
stuff in.
there's
Apparently,
not
I
like
read
a
something
super
about it.
giant congregation of fishermen
Yeah.
like along the whole beach there. And the charter boats aren't running up and
Right.
down there, and
Right.
like I don't know anybody that fishes that beach up there. I don't know, like you
Well,
hear
like
cobia,
Andrew
dude,
does.
you hear about cobias being up in Delaware and all that shit now.
Is it really?
I'm thinking like, dude, if you took your boat and went out of Wise and went out of the bridge
Right.
and went up and started just working up the beach there.
Your
you
season doesn't
could
end.
Probably annihilate those fucking.
You
things.
can gaff them.
No.
Up in Delaware, you can.
Yeah,
We're
Maryland.
going that far.
Maryland
We're talking
waters.
Maryland. Maryland's still 100 miles north, though.
Yeah, they're seeing up there.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, dude. You, man, I don't know what season it is. Catch 'em. I don't care, man. I catch them on them. Go. We throw a 61 pounder back the other day. I mean, a 61 incher back the other day.
Right.
Just you could cruise up that beach there, man, and you could catch the fuck out of these things. I think.
Yeah.
Like nobody fishes up there.
There's nobody.
There's
nobody
got
else.
to be
It's the Menhaden boat.
those
Yeah.
boat. I mean those beaches and those inlet. There's inlets every 30 miles up there.
Yeah. The thing is, the beaches, the inlets are pretty big up there. The shoals outside the inlets are pretty fucking big. I mean, vast.
Yeah, but you get out into the
Yeah,
flat
yeah,
water
yeah,
outside of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's where the fish are going to be. You know what I mean? Unless you find someplace like Diamond Shoals that they're going to eventually find,
Right,
like,
that's-
and instead of April or I mean early May, middle of May, they find that shit like the last week of May or June, off somewhere like that would look like Diamond Shoals up there, and you would find a mass congregation. I think that if you took a boat and cruised up and down the beach in that range, like where you're catching fish where the menhaden are in 20 to 25, 27 feet of water, if you cruise through that, dude, those things gotta be up there.
Right.
They gotta be up there. Nobody's fishing up there.
Right. Yeah.
You got guys up in the bay in Reedville
Right.
that are making their seasons out of the cobia now.
Yes.
They never saw them before. They caught
And that's where
stripers
the
all
black-
year. They're not catching any stripers, and they're like, "Dude, we're seeing cobias. We're catching cobias." And then they talk about shutting the cobias off, and the guys like Reedville are like, "We never seen these fucking things before,
Yeah.
and we're seeing them every year, and more and more and more every year, and now we're starting to build a business on it. How are they hurting? Like,
Yeah.
it seems like it's getting better and better and better."
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And if you went cobia fishing this past week or any time in the past 3 weeks, you
When's your
would
season
see
done?
it's getting
End of the month.
the end of the month.
Okay. I thought it was 15.
Release
Like
after
that.
the end of the month.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when it'll get really good on the bridge, and you'll see a lot of people fishing, man. They'll have to let them go. Whatever, man. It sucks. Stupid. Stupid,
I
man.
still don't like their meat as much. Still not a big fan.
I like
hate
cobia.
cobias,
I like
man.
I like
Cut it
it.
in small pieces and it's
You
delicious.
take,
That's
cut-
probably what I need to do.
You
Last
can-
time I
Yeah.
did it.
and you cut all the red meat out.
All the
Oh,
Kevin
I do that
does,
with
dude.
Yeah.
Kevin fillets them, and then he takes you can see the line.
Yeah.
It goes down the line,
And like
And
then
fills
like-
it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like a V.
Any on the top, I
And then takes the skin off, and then trims again. That's what Blake did.
I do the same thing.
The other
I
day, Blake
cannot.
trimmed our fish up.
'Cause it'll ruin
amazing
your
the
bite.
other day.
Yeah,
Ruins your bite.
I love eating fish. Any red meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
And
ruins
that
it.
might have been what I did too with those.
But
shit.
no, but a lot of it too is you get a big steak, and it's not fully cooked in the center, and it's warm. It's not firm.
Burger King, McDonald's.
Go home and eat.
You go get your.
Time is
I know it. 9 and 11.
All right. Hold on. I want to take a break. I want to fill up my water, take a piss, and I want to talk about this PETA video.
Who?
I haven't even watched it.
I know.
PETA?
We'll go over it together because I do want to
Yeah,
I wanted to
break.
cover it. What I did was
Yeah.
I didn't cover it last week. There's a PETA anti-video.
Maggie got
video.
home, so I can go say hi to her too.
Yeah, the anti-fishing video that came out, and it's been
PETA?
Yeah, PETA.
Oh,
put
PETA.
an-
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
put
Fish have
anti-fishing
feelings
video.
though. They be
So-
feeling that though.
So I want to go over it line by. It's a minute long. You hit some points. I want to go over the points, and I'm
Do
surprised.
fish have feelings? They have families.
But yeah, we'll take a real quick break.
Young.
There's 4 watches right there. Just hold on a second.
Take 4 watches.
Yeah, we're gonna take a piss and hold on.
And we have Dizzle back on the podcast.
Special. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I want to see this video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch the PETA video while we
so
pet
this is
my
the
dog.
video.
While we pet my dog.
Fish feel pain. The first thing, just I'm
Yeah.
like,
All right. So what is why this is a PETA video? Why I
Hold
don't
on, I
go
need another
fishing?
beer for this shit, man. I can tell.
he's getting another beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fish feel pain. All right. Everything that has a physical body feels pain.
Feels pain.
Right. Everything, because what pain is a receptor to warn you of what's going on with your
Yeah.
body. If you didn't have pain, you could lose a limb and you
Yeah.
wouldn't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You could die. You'd be in trouble and not know why. Now, I know they're saying that as in fish feel pain, but everything feels pain. What is pain to the cold-blooded animal? We don't know. We don't know what it's like to feel pain in that, or what they feel like.
Yeah.
We can't relate it to our feeling of pain because our pain is different from other pains, right? So, I mean, I agree in that sense. Everything has pain, but to what level are we relating to it?
You got to think about it. Fish, yeah, we're hooking them. They get hooks in their lips or whatever. Think about a bass for 1 second. What they eat. They have crawdads that pinch their lips, put holes through their lips.
That's the next one because I was going to.
Also, this motherfucker walked
Okay,
down the
so-
street with this shit in his face all goddamn day. Big holes in
Okay.
his ears,
There's-
big fucking holes in his lips all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he decided to gauge that shit out
Yeah.
with some kind of earring.
So this is the next point that you're going on. This is the same thing where I'm going to talk about with my point. You're going on the same
Yeah.
point that I just did. Researchers studied pain receptors in fish and found they're strikingly similar to mammals. I don't think so.
No.
Don't think
Not
so.
at all.
Well, you were going just on what they're eating.
Yeah, what they eat.
A great example, from is a crab.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, what I've heard PETA do is use dogs and cats. So would you hook your dog in the mouth? Right. So that's their side. So they're saying that they're like that.
No.
Fucking
Dizzle.
Dizzle can't swallow a crab.
Damn right.
Can't take a live blue crab, put it in her mouth.
Nah. She reached her head in a bucket one day.
Yeah.
She found out what the fuck was going on.
Learned her lesson.
Boy,
Quick.
that's gotta be
Yeah,
scary.
she put her
Real
head
quick.
down in there. She found out what the fuck was going on.
Snap.
No,
Three or four
she
of
was
them.
hooked up.
Yeah.
She had him on.
She went in.
Yeah, she got him on.
Yeah.
But their
I got
physiology,
him on. Two of them.
Oh yeah, I was saying.
their physiology is nothing like ours.
No.
You know,
Paper mouths.
Cartilage.
And that's that whole. We don't know what it's like to be cold blooded.
Exactly.
We don't know
Right.
what that feels like.
Yeah.
What that's like to be in that body. I mean, so that's. But I really with the whole crab in their mouth,
Yeah.
and another thing is hooking a fish.
Crushers in a throat.
Right. Well, that's this
Yeah,
physiology
like-
is right. But now how many? We know this from doing it ourselves. Is hooking a fish. They fight. You stop. Take all the pressure off. They stop fighting.
Yeah.
And they're not freaking out that something's in their mouth.
Yeah.
They're like, go back to normal business.
Yeah.
And that's
I've hooked cobia on the piling. Set the hook in a fish, and immediately you feel it go around the piling, and you just throw the reel and free spool, and the motherfucker will swim right back around and untangle
just like
himself.
Yeah.
just like no big deal.
He'll just come right back around and untangle himself,
As soon
and
as-
you can just reel him in.
As soon as you take the pressure off the fish, they stop fighting.
Yeah,
Because
drum
they don't-
do the same thing.
And so they're not. It's not like they feel the actual puncture of the wound because they can't feel that because they eat crabs. It's
Yeah.
just impossible. It's
gonna
impossible.
How many times do you
So,
get
what?
on the way down, like the tongue, the fucking
exactly.
leg?
It's going. Yeah, a live crab going in is going to a fight.
The fight is the fish being pulled,
Yeah.
not
What?
the hook.
Yeah,
That's all.
I think what they
Pressure
feel
pull.
is the pressure of
Yeah.
getting their
Something's
face,
pulled.
their head
Yeah.
pulled. Now, we have noticed that stripers specifically because we've got them a lot of numbers. Where they are hooked, if they're hooked in the tongue, they don't like that.
Yeah.
I think it's not so much. It feels like somebody's sticking
They
you in the
come
tongue.
up on top, they fucking
It's-
shake their
It
heads, they
feels like
go
somebody-
crazy.
I think grab your tongue
Yeah.
and
You don't like that shit.
Yeah, so-
You don't
and
That's
that's what it
shit.
feels
You
like.
get them to the top, they fucking shake like
Right.
crazy. Something's fucked up with their face.
it's a different. It's a different fight. So they're feeling a different sensation, and that's why they're doing that. But when you hook them in the right in the mouth, in the
Yeah.
right place in the mouth, they have full leverage and they're full aggressiveness.
Yeah.
So they're not. It's not hurting
Man,
them.
42-degree water, those things can pull so goddamn hard.
Right.
Like, I mean, not like it's not like a drum. I mean, it's the same, but it's
It's
different.
not
It's
the same.
the
Yeah.
same size
It's a
fish,
rod
but they're
there.
not like a drum, man. It's just completely different. Everything is completely different. They
Drum with that speed on
thrash.
you.
Yeah.
So much fun. Look, that was. I miss that shit.
Yeah, I know.
When
Every
it was
time
like
I
that,
think
yeah.
about that shit, I
had
miss
the-
it,
I
man.
had the
It was
video-
the easiest and
had the
best
video
shit
playing.
ever.
I still watch the
DVD
real
playing
ones.
today. I was like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, kind of miss that.
That was like-
Used to be good.
That's some real shit. That's like people talk about epic. That shit we had was
Yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
You could paddle out, and on any night, you and 5 of your buddies would catch a citation striper, and then a bunch of more too to just throw. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was at the change of the tide.
It was special.
Without a doubt, you were
It was about to
going,
go down.
You were
Yeah.
going to get them.
Yeah.
It didn't. At the change of the tide, you were going to get them,
Mm-hmm.
and it was insane. You had 2 hours to just annihilate these fuckers, and if you could get away with just chilling the fuck out in that cold ass water,
Okay. Fishing teaches kids the wrong way to treat animals. I totally agree with that. I agree with that. Just fish on a stringer, throwing a stringer.
yeah.
I was taught that fish were not even like animals. That they were more in the lines of insects. They were.
I was
it's a
talking
higher.
about
It's a-
food. I was
Food.
talking
I
about
grew
food.
up. I grew up bass
You gotta keep
fishing,
it, you gotta
and we
eat,
threw back
you know,
everything.
But it's
Yeah.
I grew up
strict-
bass fishing. We threw back everything.
It's
My
so-
dad,
So you,
me and my.
you were different. You were talking about bass, but for food, it's just
Yeah, it was
cooler. It's just
rainbow
it's
trout.
mechanical.
Like you
I
bring
got,
out
dude,
you bring out
Krogers?
catfish is coming home. Kroger,
Like I said, like my saltwater career was 2 times a summer on the headboat with my granddad until I was 18 years
Okay.
old. That was what I had for saltwater. And yeah, we took the
And you
Krogers.
also grew up
and
different.
threw-
I
grew
grew
up
up
on the river.
I grew up hunting. I grew up fishing.
Right.
And it was, if you kill it, you
Better
eat
eat
it.
it. Right. You better eat
And it was, you know what? This is a resource.
Right. Right.
Don't go out here. You want to keep doing this? You can't fucking kill.
Don't shoot everything in
you
the
have.
world, and if you can catch it and it'll live,
You know-
let it go.
let it go.
You know,
Yeah.
growing up, okay, soaking bait for rainbow trout. You know, it was, boy, you don't want to kill this. A hook's a hook. A hook ain't gonna cost much. Don't rip it out and fucking release
Cut
it
it, it'll
for the
rust
trout
out.
to go and. Go
So
and
one of the brown trout I caught the other day, like I think it was the second brown trout I caught the other day, dude had another hook, like
Yeah.
deep gullet, and it had like 6-8 inches of line hanging off of it. Well, I took my hook out of its mouth, and then I reached like
Cut
as
the
far
line.
as I could down in there. I wasn't, dude. The fish was obviously living and eating.
Yeah.
It was biting my shit. So I just reached down as far as I could with the clippers and clipped that shit down off in there.
Did it
So he
rust
didn't
out?
have to, so that if he passed it, it wasn't hanging out. And then, dude, imagine like. So you went through all this trauma. You caught that. You had this hook, and you fucking passed this hook. It was a big leader too. It was crazy. This fucking little tiny trout ate like a big bait, or so it was like 30-pound leader, man. And I'm fishing with 4.
Right.
So, but this thing,
But-
like, just imagine you fucking let this thing go, and it like shits out this hook, and then the hook hangs something, and this 40-pound line
rips it.
cuts and kills
Right,
the fucking
right.
fish.
But
So I reached down in there, man, and cut that shit out.
Yep.
but this right here,
I don't.
I
Understand
think
that.
this is a way. As a society, we have a problem. We have a problem. The parents are not parents to
Yeah,
kids, and this is a way to excuse that. I'm
No,
sorry.
but not only that, see, right here's a good example because you were taught by a bass guy who respected fish. You were taught to respect the whole environment. I wasn't. It was just fish, throw them in the cooler, whatever. It's dead. Fuck it. It's rip it out, fucking throw it away. They were not even like
It was food.
it wasn't even food. It was there was so much. It was less than a deer. It was
Yeah.
less. It's a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy.
There's more.
There's a hierarchy
Hierarchy.
of animals that I am really dislike.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think of animals all on that same line with us,
Yeah.
right here in the same. We all inhabit the same planet. We all have to live together instead of that we are,
Top of the food chain.
or not. Yeah, because
But
I've been out in the wild enough
so
to
we're
not become. I've become part of the food chain.
So I got a
You know.
picture. There's a picture online last year that Kelly Slater. I think it was last year or like a year and a half ago. That Kelly Slater, this world. You've heard of Kelly
Yeah,
Slater,
yeah,
the
yeah.
perp surfer. He's in a shark cage and in the ocean, and he's like, "Oh, what it feels like to be with one of the world's apex predators." And I was like, "What the fuck
You
is the
are-
irony in that, motherfucker?
Yeah.
If you wanted that shark dead swimming up to the cage, all you had to do was fucking do it."
Yeah.
Like, you are the apex predator. Like,
But
the
I
only
mean,
reason-
it's cool
the
to
only-
be in the cage, but to talk about, like, apex predators, like, dude, if you wanted that shark dead, it would be fucking dead.
The
You
only
are
reason why
apex.
the only reason why we are the top animal on this planet is because we have thumbs and bigger brains.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. So I mean, you take this away and you go dump yourself in the woods. You're food.
You're fucked.
You're food.
Right.
But that's why I say I agree with that because of where that
But,
point
you know-
of people just kind of.
But I still
But
like the
that-
irony
but that
of a
goes-
human in a cage talking about being with being with the apex predator. Like, the shark outside of the cage is close to
But-
the apex predator, not the other way around.
Yeah, but he's in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
going
he's
back-
He's
Yeah,
also in a
going
cage
back to your
that was
example.
made by man, and he could fucking blast the shark at any second.
Going back to your example, though. So we were taught something different than you were taught.
Yeah.
That's making a bold generalization. So in this room, 25% of us were taught that fish are food.
Hold on.
They're
hold on.
lower.
2 and 2. That's 50.
No.
He was taught right too.
Food, yeah.
Yeah.
But you also taught respect of it.
Yeah, I see. I learned that.
Yeah.
I was
learned
taught
that.
no respect of the fish.
I learned that.
I was
So,
taught there were
yeah.
bugs.
But
We used to kill fish for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not.
So,
So,
dude,
bass
out of
is
the
something
years
different. I
my
won't
dad
keep
had
it
the
all.
bass tracker,
Period.
I
would
remember
never-
bringing home like 1 or 2 fish
You know,
ever.
the problem is that is a
Probably
general.
citation weights.
No.
Yeah, they are, but they're all
okay.
they're all kind of generalization on this. But
But
that one is.
that's like really.
Yeah.
But from my view, I can like that picture right there is a good one. Fish on a stringer, showing off. I don't think you should show off dead fish. I think it's a disrespect to the animal to show off.
I don't know. Sometimes they're dying shots of big
like,
fish
I'm
are
gonna eat 'em.
cool.
like fish strung out. Like you only show your fish strung out like that. One deer and animals that you kill. This is the only way you can get close to them is to kill them. Fish you can show them. You can see them alive. The fish laid out on a dock. The only time you lay dead creatures or out on the dock is your enemies after you fucking kill them. That's the only time you lay them out for display. I don't like the. That's a horrible
You should have
show
seen
for
Rollins
fishing.
in that cobia last week.
But
we let it go, but I'm sure he wanted to kill that thing.
But yeah, so the meat shot. I mean, I've done meat shots, and I'm kind of guilty of doing meat shots, but
It was just,
they're tacky. They're tacky. I see that.
I think it's a big black mark on the sport. On fishing itself, I think it takes away from the actual joy of the sport is the joy of the live fish and the fish, not the dead fucking meat.
A sheep's head. A sheep's head. A live sheep's head.
A live
looks
sheep's head
so
looks way better than dead.
Even if you're going to kill it,
They look yellow.
don't show
They're
that.
dead. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you don't show your dead parent, your dead relatives or whatever after they're dead.
Yeah.
You know, you show them alive.
Yeah.
It's my utmost respect for all the animals at this point, and it's a disrespect to your prey.
But also,
bring the picture
these
up.
charter
that's why
guys
it's
down
it's
like at these like Oregon Inlet,
They gotta
man.
do that.
That's
I
that's
totally
how
agree.
you
I
make
totally
money.
agree with that.
You
I
make money
understand that.
with fucking
Right,
But that's
because
a
it's
bit
numbers. But
different.
But it's
also
also it's a lot of fucking money.
Teaching kids.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean that's completely different. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
I understand that as a business point of view, but I think as a black mark on the sport, and it gives a bad look to everybody
Well, it
who's
gives
not in
fuel.
the sport.
It gives fuel.
Yeah, and it's unnecessary.
Bassmasters, they used to be able to they kept their bass like tournaments when Bill Dance was fishing. They didn't release everything.
Right.
You see pictures with them on stringers or whatever. This is my bass that I brought in. They're dead.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a lot better now when Kevin Van Dam's holding the fish that's still fucking
they're
wet.
in a bag.
You know,
They're in
flopping
a bag.
around. They're in a bag. A bag with
water
water in it,
solution
and then
in it,
to make sure the
and then they
sun
put them in
comes
another
on.
bag.
A system that is proven to be
It looks
work.
a lot better when you're holding the fish and them motherfuckers are moving.
yeah, dude.
You know, versus
these bass guys,
You know,
they got their shit
because
out.
it's-
to a
because
science.
They're pumping
because
current and everything.
because it's respect for their animal,
Yeah.
respect for their prey. So
Yeah.
that's my whole point is we're all on the same line. To me, I don't see I'm losing that hierarchy. You know that bugs and everything. Why do vegans or why do people only eat this and won't eat this and this and that? You have all these reasons, man. They're all on the same. And now you're finding out fucking scientists are finding out that plants communicate with each other. Plants can one gets eaten, they'll let off a signal to tell these guys to change their chemistry so they don't
this is
taste
what happened.
so they taste bad to that predator.
Yeah.
So that denotes intelligence is an intelligence on a
form
level
of
that we
intelligence.
can't we describe things that we see in our view. So we're missing a lot because we're seeing it through our eyes.
Yeah.
And we're experiencing it through there's a big wide open and we're starting to see like plants are way more of a life form, even though we call them alive, they're way more of a life form than we give them credit. So now I'm starting to see things, even bugs. It's just I'm starting to see it like that, where everything needs their respect. Even the food that you kill, you killed it, and it's also that thing of giving respect to that food, to each fish. Each fish is now you see me the last 2 years at least. I'm praying each fish that I kill, I fucking look him in the fucking eye.
Yeah.
Look that animal in the eye and thank you for your life. Thank you for your flesh. I'm sorry I had to kill you, but I'm going to eat you. And thank you for your life up to this point. And
That's not exactly what the osprey says, but I'm pretty sure he.
Osprey also doesn't have thumbs in the brain. And I mean, on an intelligence level, I mean, from my perspective, we are so, but
Pretty
also.
sure he uses the same thing as the osprey, though.
Yeah. But, yeah. All right, the next one is. Does that go? Next one is children who witness cruelty to animals experience psychological damage and emotional damage. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm going to tell
Hold on. Their
I have some of my best
description
memories.
of cruelty to animal is what we
Is-
do every day in hooking them in the face and reeling them in.
But our
dispelled-
version of cruelty to animals is kicking dizzle.
Yeah, for
Right, like we're not right.
Right.
I'll also
But-
discipline
but-
an animal.
This is
or
all, but
a human.
the-
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
that's beyond the point. That's beyond the point. All this says is children who witness cruelty to animals experience psychological and emotional. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
But that goes
true
back.
cruelty.
That goes back to what his dad taught him. That goes back to what my dad taught me.
But they didn't teach you cruelty.
I mean, we had pets
I'm not.
our entire lives.
No,
and
I'm
beat the
saying.
shit
I'm
out
saying.
of
So
them.
this is
beat the shit out. Yeah, you don't beat
I'm
the
saying
If
shit
my
out.
dad caught me fucking with the dog, he was gonna fuck me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
but
for no reason, like what? Why?
But I'm not even
because
saying,
you want to get your
y'all are even putting more into this than what the adult says. All
Yeah,
it says
yeah.
is children that experience cruelty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on. That's one of those you can't really. Right?
Yeah.
Catch and release harms fish about as much as a punch in the face.
Exactly. It's gonna heal. It's
and
gonna
release
heal.
what?
Harms fish.
I've
Ye-
caught
yes
the
and
same
no.
fish
Correctly.
multiple
Yes and
times.
no.
He's still kicking in the same pond. He's getting bigger. He's still eating. I have
You know,
Ah, but you look
No.
at these boats, man.
No
and we be
stars.
putting these satellite tags out and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like these fish live.
That's
Come
what I'm
on,
saying.
man.
So what were you saying?
They
Yes.
alive.
Hold on here to yes.
Your drum research.
Kevin caught a fucking fish
That got
5 years.
bit by
Was
a
it
fucking-
5
Tagging
years
all
later?
that.
6 years later, that Ken put a fucking giant tag in.
The dark.
We don't get any of these little tags back, and we're like, man, are they? And they're not even little tags.
Well, they're shedding.
So like,
those.
are they hurting the fish? What the fuck are we not ever getting any of these back? And then you get this big fucking tag on an anchor back,
Right. So
and you're like, oh, they're just rejecting this shit, man. Get this out of here.
So what's the yes for your side? You said yes or no.
Oh well, it depends on how you handle the fish.
Right.
It depends on, are you ripping that gut hook out? Are you cutting that line?
It's
Yeah,
the
I-
knowledge. It's the knowledge of knowing how to handle fish.
Yeah,
What keeps them from being harmed. And when you do everything correct, it's about as much as getting punched in the face. And all of us have been punched in the face. All of us have survived that.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a shiner in
If,
its mouth.
if I'm not gonna kill a fish and put it in my cooler,
hold on a second. And they also kind of remember that because I swear I casted those fish and they
Yeah.
remember that
Yeah.
shit.
They remember.
And
I
bass
heard that
absolutely-
carp learn.
and bass
Carp
absolutely
remember.
Bass absolutely do. That's how the bass.
They
nobody's staying
shy
business.
away from certain
That's
things.
how bass.
Yeah,
It's the same
exactly.
business. Bass learn the fish and learn the
Exactly.
lures and then
Learn lures,
you gotta change
different
constantly change
profiles,
lures.
different actions, stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's I mean
Yeah, that was the crazy thing I learned about. I don't know where I was. I think I was at work or something like that when I was getting the job, reading something, and remember reading that carp they remember fly patterns. Like it was a fly fishing magazine. They remember fly patterns, different ways that people do red flies this way. Like they got to cut them different.
Red
Yeah.
flies, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
So just a little piece of bread. Throw them up there.
Yeah, whatever it is, fuck no.
yeah, you do. Nah, he don't fish with red flies. He fishes with corn flies.
Corn flies.
Corn fly. Sugar. We say
Fuck
introduce them
you,
to sugar.
motherfucker.
Soaked. Dipped in the can though.
This motherfucker.
I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it.
All right. So yeah.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, I think what you do is fucking
Yeah, it is amazing.
awesome.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
He's
now,
getting
now,
to the point where
now,
I wanted to go get
now.
like some
And a
bullshit
carp is
fly
strong
rod
as
at Walmart
fuck.
to try it. Like I was like, I
A
can
carp-
do
a
this.
carp- a carp is strong as
it's
fuck,
the
man.
casters.
Fucking catfishing me than fucking going.
Dude,
Motherfucker.
I'm a carp fisherman from like
Exit.
fucking like
Back in the day.
6 years old.
Corn,
Oh,
bread.
corn and bread, dude. They
Oatmeal.
pull strong
Get
as
them in
shit.
the area.
I mean, however you want to catch them, dude. I think it's cool as fuck what you
It
do
is.
with them, man.
They're so fun.
And I don't think that catching carp is junk, dude. I've
it's their fun.
caught fish and thrown them back in the water my whole life.
This will probably
Yeah, and I've caught fish and thrown them back in the water my whole life. And no
That's a
matter what the
carp.
fuck
Yeah,
they feel like.
Yeah.
So this
Tastes like.
goes back. The one thing I was taught.
carp.
The one thing I was taught when it comes to respecting things, that when you're talking about croaker, we were taught carp were nuisance, that they harmed every other species in the lake,
Yeah, for Texas was a main
and then carp were the one thing that is like throw on the bank.
Right.
And I can't do that now because it's like the Reds.
'Cause you know
you
now.
target, you spend the time, you learn their habits, and you're just like.
We also learned that they're not
I hate a
dangerous to
dog
the
shark.
Yeah.
They're not dangerous to the water. They're not,
I hate a spiny dog.
Yeah, but
I'll
see,
kill a spiny dog.
But I won't do that unless I'm going to eat it, and I won't.
Nah,
I'm
you
not going to
fucking
kill
smooth.
I'm not
Oyster
gonna kill-
toes,
I'm not
they're
gonna-
done.
I'm not going to
Sorry.
kill those anymore, man. I'm not going to do it. I quit doing it a long time ago. I couldn't get mad at blues and smacking them against the pilings. I quit doing that. I quit doing all that shit. I quit doing all that shit. And
Oysters gotta get it. The toes gotta have it. I'm sorry.
I quit doing.
They gotta get it.
I quit doing all that
bite
shit. My
feels
fish got better.
so much like a sheep's head. I'm like, yeah, it's on.
Oh, tall.
Wait.
Well,
Yeah, there's some karma to it, I think.
Yes, there is.
I
There
agree
is.
with that.
There is, and that's yeah. I mean, not to get onto that level, but
Yeah.
there is that,
Yeah.
and that's that respect thing, and that's that yeah. Next one is fish still endure pain and terror. Now,
No.
now that is
Dude,
that
I
is-
have
memory
seen
as
That,
that
that's
type thing.
propaganda.
That's propaganda, and it's also wording. Pain, as in relative to what we feel. Now, terror. What's more terrifying? What's more terrifying? Being in the mouth of a shark and getting out, and also, yes, they have memory, but also fish are in the moment. Terror and pain are usually memories of something that's going to terrify you.
Yeah.
And they're on the moment. They're not thinking. Only time they remember something is when they recognize it as pattern. They see it. They change their direction. Terror is being terrified.
Yeah.
If
I'm scared
that
to
was
go
true,
down
they were
this part of the
terrified.
bridge, and I know what's over there.
They're
like
terrified
that.
all
Yeah,
the
they're
time
like that.
because all the time they're in threat of getting eaten.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
So that's
Dude, when I was
that's
I was
propaganda,
14
right? That's a
and I
high
went to
word.
Lake
That's
Smith
wording.
with my neighbor Rusty. I was 14. I go to this lake, Smith, with my neighbor Rusty, and we get back in the cypress trees in the back near the golf course, and he catches like this 15 or 16-inch catfish on the cypress trees on a rubber worm lure, bass fishing.
Yeah.
Reels it in, takes it off the hook, and the rod, like, as he's like showing it to me, so he lets go. The lure's hanging over the side of the boat, drops the catfish in the water, it steams over and nails this rubber worm right next to the boat on the surface that it just was hooked and dragged in the boat by.
Yeah.
Also, we catch togs an hour after we fucking
Right.
tagged them.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Not only did
not
you
only
catch
tag
it,
'em, but with the
you catch it, reel it up on its natural food, cut it into chunks,
but also
and then tag the shit out of it, let it go, and 30 or 40 minutes later, your buddy can reel it back up on another hook on a cut piece of natural, like, when the fuck did this thing see a quarter of a crab before other than the time it got hooked in the face?
But even better, have one with my hook
hook
Yeah.
in his mouth.
I
and
put
still
dogs like
biting
that, yeah.
and biting the same
the
hook.
trout, the brown trout I caught the other day.
Right.
His line hanging, like I said, I reached down and cut it out at his throat, so he didn't have
This
but
actually
yeah.
is good though.
Yeah. But consuming fish is bad for your health.
No.
It's a scientific fact that it's good for your health.
Well, what about the mercury and all that and the pollution? And the pollution.
That depends.
Every day?
But I'm going to tell you.
Right.
I'm going to
That's
tell you.
what that was the next one.
That's certain areas, but fish is one of the best sources of omega-3 proteins, and without omega-3s,
keep your memory.
are the amino acids.
Well, there's that.
Eat some
Fish store dangerous contaminants that can cause liver damage and nervous system
They
disorders.
can,
Right.
but not all.
Right. Right.
Predatory fish do.
Yeah, that shit's
Right.
worse than what a fish gonna do.
Every day.
And
People are,
or
Every day.
the same people that are writing this
Yes.
are on the wine and the fucking beer every day.
And having right, I mean, and that's so that's
like
that. Yes, that is true on certain fish, right? Certain like you don't want to eat barracudas because they have mercury in them.
Yeah.
You know the summer PCBs.
Elizabeth River
a shit ton of
right,
them.
you don't want to eat that.
One won't fuck you up.
Right.
A shit ton of them.
But that it's true. So it's really on you.
Yeah,
And
well, even the mercury, like the mercury things, they're lakes, and they tell you, don't eat fish from this size to this size, and if you're gonna do it like up on the James River, you know, the big blue catfish.
Right.
If you're pregnant, limit it to 1 meal a month.
Right.
You know, they're.
Yeah. I mean that's a true. That's a true. I mean that's
but other fish up on the James,
right.
eat them all day long.
Yeah, it's not every fish.
It
It's not.
ain't
Dude,
Yeah.
and a lot of the trophy areas, you can keep some smallmouth bass, and I bet they're delicious swimming through the rivers and shit in that area. I don't keep them.
But that's also a choice.
I ain't keeping
That's
That's
a
your
choice.
choice.
You know it. You know.
Dude, I've eaten a lot of largemouth, man.
Yeah, I've eaten
and
You know
I mean,
that.
we fry them motherfuckers. We
They're
battered
pretty
them
good, but I just-
Heineken
Bluegill.
and cornmeal.
Bluegill.
Yeah, I can't do it. Bluegill's amazing.
Heineken and cornmeal, man.
Heineken
For the
cornmeal.
bass.
That's a largemouth bass, a big bluegill.
I mean, I
Yeah.
got,
No,
Giant.
Tastes like, yeah.
they're sunfish.
Sunfish
I got,
family.
dude,
yeah.
I got giant shell crackers.
Fishing harms the environment. I believe commercial fishing does.
Yes, it does.
Well,
Hold on,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Some of the way that they've taken commercial fishing now, yes, it hurts a lot. People have been catching fish and trading and selling fish since the beginning of time.
Right.
No, I'm saying the act of commercial, the way nets, dredging, which they stopped,
Which is what things that are now. Like,
right.
dude, your guys that go out and drop hooks and reel them
That's
up.
why I said commercial fish. That's why I said commercial fishing, because hook and line fishing doesn't.
Yeah.
The only
Hook
part it
and line
does,
there's a lot of hook and line commercial fishing.
but I'm
It's
saying
irresponsible people
Yeah.
out hook and line.
right, like this one.
And
And
also people that don't
that's like this
respect international law.
wildlife rehabilitators say discarded fishing tackle is one of the greatest threats to aquatic animals.
So clean
that
your
is
fucking
totally
shit up.
proven.
Yes.
That is
Clean your
totally
shit up,
proven.
man.
Right,
Don't.
right.
Yeah, but-
If you're cutting line and throwing over, you're an asshole. You've been an asshole for 20 years.
Right.
It's been bad to throw shit over
2
line for 20 years.
inches. 2 inches is one thing. 2 feet is like.
Yeah.
Don't throw.
If you clip and accidentally falls over, but you don't.
If you're taking your
line,
line,
the tag end,
Wind up, throw it out. Yeah.
the tag end is one thing, man, but the motherfucking rest of the spool don't like your picked out backlash.
Right.
Take that shit home
dude,
with you,
you're
man. That's
you're
fucked
bass
up.
fishing.
Especially
that
break.
Cinco's torn up.
Right.
You throw that Cinco in the water.
Yep.
You do it, throw it in the water.
Yep.
But one of the things is like the bass guys, the BASS and FLW guys,
Melted
they're
down.
doing contests now amongst the anglers as a promotional thing. You know, hey, here's what I would have thrown in the water. Here's what I keep, and here's what we're doing with it.
Right.
So it's an education.
They recycle
part.
fishing line too.
It is.
Yeah.
It's getting better. That's what I'm saying.
Filament. They recycle the shit out of that.
That's what I'm saying. It's getting better. So if you're throwing shit away now, you're an asshole.
But I would say that is a true statement.
Yeah.
You know, line gets caught on a bird.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The
That is
net
a-
stuff, net materials always
that
caught
is a
in.
generally true statement, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. Next one is that's their tag in. Fishing isn't tradition, it's torture, right? Of course. The tag
Well, no,
tradition.
it's tradition for me.
It's tradition for me.
Yeah.
It's been tradition
And-
for man since the beginning of man. Like,
And
like
torture. Okay, here's the only thing I can say. Maybe is torture, and even
Oyster
vaguely getting into that
Stabbing
word.
with your toe.
Because also you're talking about torture as in like intentionally you're hurting an animal.
Yeah.
Live bait fishing. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad. I started.
you're going to
feeling-
get eaten anyway.
Well, really. Well,
I was throwing
it's,
them Menhaden last week, and guess what? Tight, son.
That's a beaky rig.
Copious tight. No! Cast net on the Menhaden, got the Menhaden. Live well.
Cast net, not on the speaker.
Menhaden on that big circle hook, though, right through the nostrils.
Right on top.
There he is.
yeah.
Done.
You know,
Wham!
but the thing is,
Fuck him.
I think with
Tight, son.
is take it for what it is. It's propaganda. There are factual statements in there.
Yeah.
Met with with some very there are some very objective statements.
Come on with the two conversations now.
300
Jesus
million
Christ,
minutes.
You get towards the end of the show, and you can't stop fucking talking to over people.
There are some very objective statements in there, but there's so many other subjective statements that are nicely intermingled to where it loses a lot of credibility.
Right. Well, it's also the wording. It's the word. It's the sting words that they're trying to. They're also kind of. I did this.
They said fishing is torture, right?
Right.
To who?
To the fish.
I mean, do they say it to the fish? Do they say fishing is torture?
Fishing
Oh,
as a tradition is torture.
fishing-
What do you
fishing
think?
is-
Fishing as a tradition is torture?
It can be torture.
Nah, my niece loves that shit. I take her out there, I throw the fucking bobber next to the tree.
Yeah.
She's having a great time. Nobody feels tortured at all.
loves it.
Fish.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel
Nobody feels tortured at all. Like
Oh, no.
we caught these fucking
Sometimes we
fish
do.
all day long.
Sometimes we do. When you don't catch a sheep's head and you haven't caught one for years, that's torturous.
Yeah.
He's gonna catch
Still
one
have
tomorrow. He'll catch one
I don't
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
You're gonna go get tortured tomorrow.
So that one, I was really expecting
I thought
worse.
it'd be worse. Yeah.
I was expecting blood and guts and harsha,
Yeah.
right? You got to just kind of know
That's
that
what-
shit.
yeah.
So I was actually pleasantly surprised that, like you said,
Them puppies though.
it's the factual statements woven in with some of their punchlines and.
But as an angler,
Oh, I forgot my point. I'm sorry, real quick. They're trying to humanize fish. I mean,
but
Yeah.
but
fish are not humans.
fish are
but also they're not below respect.
no, they're not
Right,
below.
they're not below
respect.
that equal
No.
respect as humans. I
But-
mean, as a human, you need,
No,
But they
I
are
mean,
not
you know.
humans.
right. So we can't. But not saying that they're beneath. We can't relate to exactly what they're feeling and what they have. We don't know what it's like to be a cold-blooded.
But at this point, they
because
feel
the
like-
only part that we really go have objections over is the pain and the torture part of that.
Yeah.
Really,
But
no.
I'm sorry. I do believe fish they get learned behaviors.
Yeah.
Certain things. But a brain
Right.
that might be that
On what?
big
Let me see. Oh yeah. I was about to say,
might
on
be
what?
that big on a 55-inch drum.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
That's brains, but-
that I don't think that it is possible for them to have feelings, to have
No.
certain things.
That's why I say they're in the moment, 'cause
We
they're
can't
not
compare
thinking
that.
Yeah.
They're in the moment.
We know a couple people that we could compare that we could say that's their size of their brain.
But okay, I totally agree with that. But do you think on a spiritual level, do you think they have spirit? Do you think you have a spirit?
I think they could.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they could.
In my view, everything that even plants have a spirit.
Yeah, I think they could. That's something that.
But that's the
There's no proof behind.
right.
any
But
of
that's
what
where we're
you
getting
feel
onto
that-
that's where we're getting on that karma side and.
Another black person, he's like, "Is that my
No,
hand?"
he had a bracelet
You
on.
show him one picture of another black person's hand, and he's like,
With a
"Is that
fish."
my hand with a fish?" Get the fuck out of here!
But that was the karmic level of stuff, right? And that's
Now you want to talk shit.
And that's what I kind of want to talk to Peter, some one of my yogi friends about something like that, because I want to get on that level about the karmic level and the spirit level of the fit. Yeah, because that's what.
No, she's gonna be only that for a second. That thing gonna be dripping and sweating and everything. Kevin gonna be all so like they gonna be up in the truck.
You are a bad person.
And we'll just go ahead and wrap it up. All right, cool. What time is it?
Damn near 10
Almost
o'clock.
fucking 10 o'clock.
Exactly.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Do we have viewers?
Hungry. I haven't
No.
eaten.
One.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
It's Massini on his
Massini.
iPad. Massini went to bed like 4 hours ago.
Sleeping. I'll turn that on. He'll be waking up. Oh yeah, turn it off. All right, cool. All right, thanks for sponsors. Yak Attack, yakattack.us, and my DVDs, DVDs.com. Kayak Kevin DVDs or whatever. Yak Attack and All Out Kayak Fishing.com. Paddle VA. Yay. Cool.
Yay.
That's where Kevin works.
Later, guys. I'll be there tomorrow.